notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co. What up, Lloyd? What up, Lloyd? You can call me him. I'm Shay Dixon in the whip with them RPMs. Gotta pull up to the chat and shit out to them. Not trying to ball like Big Folk, then get out the gym. Monday through Friday. When you see that notification, we about to go live. Hit this track and do your dance like you Karen Lacey. Run it back to turn Matthew to the house, baby. It's Tingle and Co. Come keep with the show. It's a new era. Let's get it, let's go. It's Tingle and Co.
I've had the theme song for the entire time we've done the show.
No, this is the first time I ever tuned in.
All right.
Oh, nice catch.
Yeah, thanks. Well,
Gotcha.
well, we're gonna do the show now. So next time, yeah, love you too. Bye.
Love you too.
Yep, bye.
Hey,
There's my sister.
there's her appearance on the show.
There's Cassidy's
There
my
it is.
sister's first appearance on the show.
She's asked to be on the show probably
Couldn't believe-
100 times. I've never listened to it though.
Calling me at 8:05 a.m. Well, the theme song's playing.
Yep.
Shout out Cordell Music.
Shout out Cordell.
But good morning and welcome in here on this, what's today, Thursday?
Thursday.
Morning. What a week it's been. Yesterday was a heck of a Wednesday. But we appreciate you guys getting in here, starting your morning with us as we are live from our Southern Regional Medical Center studios. Shout out to SRMC, Jason, Charles, BJ, Kevin. I'm sure Charles will probably pop in at some point this morning. And we always appreciate it as they take care of us. Oh, yeah. Working hard. But we appreciate you guys starting with us. Don't forget, today is opening day. There's also Sweet 16 basketball tonight. You've got SEC baseball on the weekend, and that means you need to download the FanDuel Sportsbook app or go to the FanDuel Sportsbook website because that's going to make all of those awesome sporting events even more exciting. And so make sure you go over there. They got profit boosts for March Madness. I'm sure they've got plenty of profit boosts and exciting promos running for opening day as well. So make sure you download the FanDuel Sportsbook app or go to the FanDuel Sportsbook website. And we appreciate them supporting our show every single day. But crew, good morning. How are we doing?
Very good.
Very good.
Opening day.
Happy opening day.
Feeling good about it? Got your White Sox cap on?
Go Brewers.
They play the White Sox today?
Yeah.
Hey, White Sox 0-0 just like everybody else.
Yep.
This could be the year.
Not eliminated yet.
That's
This
right.
is the
Magic
year,
number,
Verge.
same as everyone else.
Let's do it.
Yep. I think the sad thing is he's more excited than Jared Mitchell is about the White Sox.
I mean,
think he wants them to lose 162.
probably.
Hey, well,
Well, this is their one day being not
Uh-huh,
below
they're
500.
competitors.
Yep.
So
The Tony V era got off to a strong start. You're better than the Giants.
Yeah. I know. That was
the Tony V era,
terrible.
man, is going to be
very
fun
short.
to watch.
Very short.
for however long it lasts. They
Dave
did.
Watch, Dave Van Horn wins the national championship this year. He's be out of.
I'm
San
telling you,
Francisco.
he's
you
going
watch-
to be the next Arkansas head baseball.
Did you guys
coach.
watch that
I
game?
wouldn't be surprised.
The Giants game?
No,
Like,
I saw
any
some
of
after.
it. I was watching and I turned it off, but I was watching and they had the first ABS call, and they didn't even show it.
What?
Like on TV, like
Yes.
they reviewed it, but they didn't show
Yes,
it on TV.
yeah. He lost the call and they didn't even. It was on Netflix. It was so terrible.
How many times do you think Tony D leads the league in
Ejections this year.
No.
I don't think
He's
that
a hothead.
I just don't think he's that invested. I don't know. It's a very
a
odd
manager of the ball
situation.
club.
Like,
He is a fish out of water.
yeah, it doesn't.
That's
look
why
right.
I think he's gonna cope a lot and get ejected.
maybe.
No,
I think he'll
or
stop
maybe
caring
he-
at a certain
maybe
point.
because that was my. I think
Yeah.
there's two ways it goes. He overdoes it, like you think, or shuts down
Yeah, I think he
And
should.
And goes back to college.
and just kind of
Collects his paycheck, goes back to college.
He just has to, like, if he overcompensates, like, he has to win that locker room over. I don't think that's the way to do it. But the last time we heard him talk, he was still talking about Tennessee
He's
baseball.
talking about Tennessee.
It's just like, buddy,
such an odd
why did you do this
situation.
to yourself?
Yeah,
then?
like you made this decision. You know that, right?
And maybe if maybe if some people in this room didn't talk, he did. It's actually really smart of you. He did. That's what he
really smart.
did.
Yeah.
Whenever he was talking about, like, if y'all didn't report it the
What
way
you
that
guys
you
are
did,
doing.
it was actually really smart.
It was
It made
actually
me
very dangerous.
It was
Yeah.
dangerous because
Yep.
I couldn't. It's actually really smart though because it did get me here, but it was dangerous because I could have stayed.
Yeah, that's true. But it's opening day. MLB baseball gets rocking and rolling. But with the
That
Giants,
is what he did.
And no, it is. It is. No, you're
They asked him
exactly
the
right.
question. Yeah, I knew this was happening.
But the Giants,
To let y'all know it was dangerous.
in a fun era of their fandom, for sure. But we appreciate you guys getting in here and starting your morning with us. As LSU football will be back on the Ponderosa today for some more LSU football spring practice. LSU baseball this weekend versus Kentucky, as hopefully they can get right in an SEC series, close one out, and get a win. We'll talk about that with Jason Armstrong from Inside LSU Baseball at 9 a.m. this morning. He'll join us. It's been a while since we've had our guy Jason on, and so he'll get in here and he'll talk some ball with us to get you ready for LSU versus Kentucky this weekend. We appreciate him making some time for us. But like we said, yesterday was quite the day around Baton Rouge, as it, like I said yesterday, it felt very deja vu-like. It felt like we were back in November. And I will say, and I think everyone along this wall would agree, yesterday was an elite Twitter day.
Oh, I had a blast.
yeah.
I had a great time.
that was fun.
It was top tier.
Well, it's fun because this is the part where NC State fans for weeks have been like, no, he's not going anywhere. We're not worried at all. And then it flips to the like, oh, yeah, he's a fucking piece of shit. We
Right.
never wanted him anyway.
Right.
Which is, this is the fun part. Because the last couple of weeks you've just been like, just wait. It'll come. And then yesterday it kind of came to a head. And this is the fun part.
And I thought one of the most, and before we get into the full Will Wade discussion, one of the most interesting parts of Twitter yesterday was LSU football spring practice had just started, so there were a bunch of Kiffin clips out. He'd done a press conference. So there were NC State fans and Ole Miss fans both clamoring and complaining and bickering all over the timeline all day. It was just it was this interesting Venn diagram of Twitter yesterday. So enjoy it while it lasts. But Lloyd said this morning as we were preparing the document for the show, he's like, I haven't put something in LSU basketball on the document in quite a while.
Yeah, I had to scroll to find it. And then, of course, leave it to Pat Forty. Haven't heard from you in a while either,
Yeah,
pal.
good to see you again, friend.
Strong ass love story. Pat 40, too bad. Sorry about it.
That is a great headline.
It is.
I love it. I'm happy about
I
it.
wonder what his last article was.
Probably something about
LSU.
LSU and Will Wade.
For this to happen in a span of a year twice, I mean, it hasn't been announced yet that Will Wade is the coach of LSU. But
Oh,
for us to
right.
snatch a chain, snatch a coach twice in a year, I don't know. That's
A
pretty
year.
cool.
It's been like 3
Yeah,
months.
I mean, it's been.
No, but you know what I mean.
No, I
like
know
the
exactly
last
what you mean.
year. I
Yeah,
mean,
in a yeah. No, it's
What?
been.
yeah, no,
November.
right,
It was
5 months.
November,
Yeah.
and then what is it now? It's
March.
I don't know. That's pretty cool.
November.
5
December.
months.
5 months. There you go.
2 divorces, 2 remarriages.
Not too bad. But on that topic, look, if you listened to our show yesterday, we opened with this discussion. We also circled back to it later on during the show. It all happened quite fast. This all really picked up. Because, look, it's something that we've been talking about for a handful of weeks. The potential of a reuniting of Will Wade and LSU. Obviously, there was a lot of discussion on the LSU job as Matt McMahon closed out the season and loses to Kentucky in the SEC tournament. And then that turns into NC State then losing in the last 4-in game to Texas at the buzzer. And that's when it really started to heat up a good bit. And then yesterday morning, it got real smoky. And then throughout the day, it got smokier and smokier. And it brings you to today where you're still kind of waiting for official announcements and all those answers and those sorts of things. But I tell you one thing, there's a direction it's heading, and it's not going any other way. And I know a lot of people look at these sorts of things, and it's not over till the paper's signed, and that is all right, and it's correct. This thing is happening. Like there's no really other way for me to say it to you. You read all the tea leaves, you look through all the things, and that's what a lot of people have done over the last couple of weeks, including us. And there was always just one way this thing was going. Now, LSU does still have a head basketball coach, so that isn't something that it's not a job that's open. But I do think when you just look at it, right, this thing's happening. Everything that transpired yesterday, Jon Rothstein puts out the tweet about Heath Schroyer, which was that domino that we've been telling you guys about, is to watch the dominoes as they fall. They'll start to tell you where this thing's heading. And the dominoes began to fall. Now, we knew about the dominoes a little bit sooner, but you just had to wait for them to kind of go, and they're still falling in that order. But Jon Rothstein puts out LSU is working to hire McNeese's Heath Schroyer as a senior administrator. The Tigers' head coaching job is not open, but LSU President Wade LSU and Schroyer both previously hired NC State's Will Wade at McNeese and are on the verge of bringing him back to Baton Rouge. That second paragraph is such an interesting thing to read. The Tigers' head coaching job is not open, but LSU President Wade LSU and Schroyer both previously hired NC State's Will Wade at McNeese and are on the verge of bringing him back to Baton Rouge. And so that was the first kind of domino to really let the public know kind of what all was going on. And then you see another one. I think DJ Thomas hitting the portal was another domino that kind of tells you interest, because to me, one of the keys to keeping Matt McMahon would be to keep his star point guard that he brought in, DJ Thomas, entering his name into the portal. I think that tells you all you need to know if you were any more in doubt of what was going on.
Well, and you talk about Jon Rothstein and the way that this is being reported on now, it feels like it's inevitable. And here it's kind of laying out why LSU is going this direction, while Will Wade has interest as well. Mutual interest.
Mutual.
And if Will Wade goes back to LSU, he's going back to go to the Final Four. He's going back to win the SEC. And LSU, again, a program that since Will Wade has left has not been nationally relevant, is about to be nationally relevant. LSU with Will Wade is a program that you are going to see on your social media feed all April and May, involved with some of the best transfers in the country. LSU is a program that you are going to hear about when people talk about the top of the SEC and the best rosters in the SEC. And I don't know who they're getting yet, but I can tell you this. They are going to put together a team that is going to be worthy of being in a situation where it's going to be ranked in the top 25 to start next season.
Full stop.
There's Jon Rothstein right there. Shout out to him. That is via the Inside College Basketball show that he does. He's also a great Twitter follow during basketball season. He's the best. But he is one of the leading voices in college basketball, and you heard him right there. Talking about LSU and Will Wade and this thing happening. There's a lot of speculation about April 1st and those sorts of things, and we'll see if they still wait until that. I just think it's getting so... It's heating up so much just over the last 24 hours. I don't know how much longer you can wait on those sorts of things just with all that's going on.
Well, it's funny because it only heated up because it heated up from the North Carolina State side, and it feels like they were kind of almost ignorant to the fact of what was going on. Like, it wasn't the CC Fly that everybody is kind of saying that it is. I think they should have known that something was kind of going on, right? Like this had been talked about a lot from the LSU side.
Right.
You would think that they'd at least had gotten wind until yesterday, and now they're kind of scrambling to we got to put together an offer. We have to meet with him. And kudos to Will Wade to, I guess, kind of keep it as a low profile as it is, but it's not to the level of a crash out that Ole Miss had, but it is turning into that type of firestorm, certainly on social media.
course.
But they have to circle the wagons, and I don't know how they want to negotiate in good faith if Will Wade's leaving, if they want to wait until April 1st, because they need to go get a coach. If they're operating under the same pretense as LSU is, what do you do?
Yeah, I mean, I think NC State's not.
They're late to the party.
Yeah,
Unless they're fooling me right now and be like, "Oh, we have our guy. We're just going to make him sweat."
I don't know how.
They're not in an enviable position whatsoever. Like the position that they're in, where if I will say before we get back into the LSU, if NC State's in the position where they're completely blindsided and caught off guard by this, which it kind of feels like they are. That's not a good place to be when you should never be completely stunned as an athletic department. Like, you should never just be completely caught off guard and have no idea and not prepared for what's next. And it feels like that's kind of the spot.
Well, it shows you why Will Wade's leaving. You don't speak my language, pal.
Right.
Like, you have no idea who you're dealing with.
And who is in an enviable position is LSU. You just heard Jon Rothstein sit and say, and I will say, there are a lot of people maybe in the know of the Will Wade situation more than he is, but when it comes to college basketball overall, that man is in the thick of it. And the reason why you go get Will Wade is exactly what he said. LSU has been forgotten in this sport over the last 4 years. And it sucks. I respect Matt McMahon as a coach, as a person, all of those things. But they weren't winning, and outside of the 1 year that they made the NIT, they weren't competitive, and they had just kind of they hadn't made the tournament, which means you're not nationally relevant, and that's what they've been. They have not been nationally relevant. Like Lloyd said with the document this morning, he's putting things in the LSU basketball part of it because you can now talk about it again. You have become nationally relevant because of that man. And Will Wade coming back to LSU puts them in a stratosphere they haven't been in the last 4 years because it's a spark. And it's a big old spark. Like, it is going to start something that allows LSU to not only be competitive, but be the real deal. I mean, you talk about excitement, you talk about buy-in, you talk about support, all of those things. The second you see Will Wade back in the purple and gold, which as of right now
Just got a whole lot closer because
is going to happen.
Breaking.
And it's official right there. Heath Schroyer is leaving McNeese and will join LSU as a senior deputy AD and executive director of external relations for the LSU system. The dominoes are falling, my friends. Heath Schroyer is now at LSU. That was a non-negotiable to get Wade to LSU. Schroyer needed to be in Baton Rouge. Well, he's here now. And so the next domino that's going to fall is the job's going to open, and then they're going to make a hire. And that's all going to happen in the coming days. If you go back and listen to our show yesterday, the opening segment, I said it's going to be a fun couple of weeks with all of this. When we circled back to it in the latter half of the show, I was like, it might be a fun couple of days. Because this all started heating up and speeding up very fast. And now that domino has fallen and the next ones that will come, you bring Will Wade back because now the buy-in and the support of this program shoots up. Becomes completely different, night and day to what it was a year ago. What do you need to win in basketball? What do you need to win in college sports?
Money.
Players.
Those go hand in hand.
Hand in hand. I mean,
Good
those
answers.
two things.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good
Family
answer.
team. Yeah.
You need players. You need talented players. And to get those, what do you need? You need money. LSU hasn't had that. Will Wade brings that because he brings excitement. He brings buy-in the same way Lane Kiffin did for LSU football. Now, they're not going to get $40 million for a roster. but they're going to get more than they would have, much, much more, because you're expecting a return on your investment. You're excited to support that program because you expect it to bear fruit. And
pear fruit?
Bear fruit.
Oh.
Favorite fruit?
Pear.
But that's where it's at right now. You're excited. All of these things. And so Will Wade's not coming back to LSU because it's a better job than NC State. But the support he's going to get in Baton Rouge is going to be top tier because this place loves him. But I also just want to make sure we set the record straight. It's not completely out of the cards that he wants to be in Baton Rouge. Everyone, when they talk about why you take the LSU job over NC State, is because they're going to offer more money and NIL and all these things. And, of course, those things play a factor. But sometimes it's fun to win with the people you know, in a place you love, in a place you built, right? LSU basketball had been stagnant before Wade got here, in 2017. Then you go on this awesome run for 5 years. Then he leaves and it's stagnant again. You bring him back and you expect to get back to that. It's going to be exciting, man. And in the direction this is headed right now, Will Wade's going to be LSU's head basketball coach. As you saw the announcement there, Heath Schroyer is back, or is at LSU officially in the athletic department. And with that domino, you'll continue to see the rest fall in line. And with that comes the excitement of this team. Because I'm telling you one thing, Will Wade's not coming to LSU and expecting a year of growth and building and let's get this thing figured out. Let's flash back. Like I said, there's so many parallels in this situation to football. Lane Kiffin gets hired, and did we maybe anticipate a growing year? Or they're not going to go all in on this first season, and they're gonna go put together a good recruiting portal class and all those things, and then you turn around, they put together one of the best ever, and they spend $40 million, and they go what looks like all in on 2026. But when you look at the situation, Kiffin has a very strong understanding of SEC football. He has a very good contact with a strong understanding of how to win in Louisiana and LSU, Nick Saban. And so it came down to, well, I actually don't need a year of developing and figuring this thing out when we can just get straight to it now. Will Wade comes to Baton Rouge as LSU head basketball coach. You don't need a year to figure it out. I know what talent works in the SEC. I know how to operate in Baton Rouge at LSU because he's done it. He comes back to LSU for you to be a contender, to get in the tournament and be a player next season. For us to be sitting here on March 26th, 2027 and talk about LSU in the tournament. You heard Jon Rothstein say it. Nothing Rothstein was saying was hyperbole. Will Wade's not coming back to LSU to be comfortable. He's coming back to LSU to make this thing what he wanted it to be and what he was on the way of doing. I mean, think about what LSU did when he was here. They made the tournament every year. They put together top recruiting classes. They made the Sweet 16. And you expected it to only, I mean, they're getting McDonald's All-Americans every year. I mean, when Wade got fired and they had their recruiting class, I mean, look at where those guys ended up. Julian Phillips was a 5-star committed. He ends up at Tennessee and gets drafted to the NBA. Yohan Traore ends up at Auburn for Bruce Pearl. That shows you the level of talent that he was recruiting and what he was building. And
he's got this irrational confidence about himself where he does believe. I don't think there's another coach in the country that looks at LSU the way that he does. I don't know why. I understand why he does now, because if anything, people are confused about why he loves LSU so much. First of all, look at the people that are in place. This has been in motion for almost a year plus, right? You look at from the governor to the AD to now the chancellor of external relations, and all of the people that bet on him at McNeese are now at LSU. Right? And this is something that was blocked by, obviously, Scott Woodward, a good chunk of why he was fired. They wanted this done. For better or worse, whatever, when you talk about how money is going to be allocated around LSU, can you be good at everything? Well, your number 2 revenue sport is basketball. You just got better. No matter whatever cost you have to pay, whether it be buyouts or whatever it is, LSU has shown that they, and the people behind it have shown they're willing to invest because this is the guy that they wanted. And Will Wade is a delusionally confident person, where I truly believe he thinks he can walk in to LSU year one and compete to win in the SEC. Like, he thinks he can win the conference. Because that's the kind of coach he is.
Right.
He knows the landscape. He'll come back and bitch about the facility, and he'll do all of the things that he did, but you'll be like, yeah, we do need to fix it. You're right.
Yeah.
Same thing. Like, I got you. Same thing that Kim Mulkey done. And you put that pressure, both of them, on, hey, we need to fix the PMAC, but he's not going to come back here and be gracious. He's like, I should have never left. Like, y'all fucked me, first of all, but glad to be back. Because I have unfinished business
Well,
here.
y'all didn't.
Yeah, but it's because some people are like, why is he going back to the place that fired him? It's like, look,
He's not there anymore.
yeah, well, he understands. Yeah, that guy is not here anymore, and the people that I trust are
here.
and I'm going to get everything that I want. And I love Baton Rouge and I love LSU because, for better or worse, this is what LSU and Louisiana can do to you.
They get when
they
it gets
like,
a hold on you.
Oh, they wrapped their hands around him and had every finger in every crevice, and he was like, I love it here. And he can't stop doing. Like, North Carolina State can't offer that same thing. Nobody else can. When you do it the right way, it turns out to be a hard place to leave, especially when you didn't leave on your own volition.
Right.
Well,
And he wants to stick it to the NCAA and be like, oh, you made me leave? Look, I can come back.
Watch this.
Watch this drive.
You asked it, you're like, I don't know why Will wants to come back to LSU basketball, but I can see why he does.
No,
mean,
I'm saying that's
it's
like the
places
people that aren't from here, that don't get
don't get
what
it. Different.
Louisiana is.
Yeah.
It is.
Just different.
And
Hashtag.
once again, just different. Even Deuce McAllister said it.
Yeah, you're seeing it, and look, in all things, right? For LSU athletics, men's basketball being good is so important because on campus.
Well, it's embarrassing if it's not.
Well, of course, but even from a financial standpoint, there's
Oh,
two
yeah.
sports that bring in money, and you're not maximizing one of those right now. You're kind of just cashing the check. Like, it's passive income right now when it could be more than just the $2 million whatever that's coming in, right?
Whoever does the scheduling for television the last 4 years, like LSU ESPN2, or can we move it to
Right.
SEC Network Plus?
And now, with what you're witnessing, right? Like, sit back and think about what you've witnessed since November. Or I guess he was fired October 25th. You're seeing a commitment to spending money because what? You expected to what on the back end?
Make money.
Make money, right? You go all in on football and you invest and you do what you've done to bring Lane Kiffin here and to be competitive because what is LSU football? It's the heartbeat of this state. So they go back to being a power. They make the playoffs. They do the whatever. That's more money for LSU and for the state. LSU men's basketball is the second sport that operates in a profit and makes you money. So you invest money in that so it can make more money as well. And then the pie gets a little bit bigger for everybody. And so it's extremely, extremely important. And it's very, very exciting to see LSU's commitment and Louisiana's commitment to these two sports being successful, because ultimately it's what's best for the state. Brings in money for everybody. And as of right now, with the direction it's heading in, it should be very, very exciting today, maybe tomorrow, as the dominoes continue to fall. You're already seeing them start to go early this morning. But I think that Jon Rothstein clip says it all. And when you sit and you think about what this means, as On3 just officially announced, breaking, NC State head basketball coach Will Wade is expected to leave for LSU at Pete Nakos and at Joe Tipton report. So On3 puts it out there. Obviously,
It just broke.
the LSU job is not open yet. Matt McMahon is still the head basketball coach at LSU, but the writing's been on the wall for a while now. And you're seeing on 3 right there, Pete Nakos and Joe Tipton breaking NC State head basketball coach Will Wade is expected to leave NC State for LSU. Inside Pack Sports, who covers NC State as well, says multiple sources have confirmed that NC State head coach Will Wade will leave after one season and accept the head coaching job at LSU. So you are starting to watch the dominoes fall live here in action. And look, it cannot be understated how big of a deal this is because, like Christian said, within the last 5 months, LSU football and LSU men's basketball have plucked sitting head coaches from Power 4 programs and brought them to Baton Rouge. In November, they plucked Lane Kiffin from a playoff contending Ole Miss team that ended up making the Final Four for football. They pluck him away and bring him to Baton Rouge, and now he has built a monster in year number 1 of a roster, and they're starting the process of building that thing as they'll be back on the field today. And then you fast forward to March, and LSU plucks NC State's head basketball coach to bring him to LSU as well, who just so happens to be former LSU basketball coach Will Wade, who's very, very successful. So LSU had to move on from their football coach, and they go pluck a Power 4 playoff contending head coach in Lane Kiffin. LSU men's basketball misses the tournament again, and what do? They go pluck a Power 4 sitting tournament contending head basketball coach and bring them both to LSU because there's a commitment to winning, there's a commitment to success, and it's hashtag just different. And as of right now, it is absolutely massive what's going on, and I don't think you can understate the success that they're seeing off-season wise. I mean, it is unbelievable. The commitment to success that you're witnessing and the amount of success that LSU's been able to create and sustain over the last offseason. And like I said, a lot of these sorts of things revolve around one thing, and that's money. But you make the commitment now because you got to spend money to
make money. Make money.
There you go.
Or to get players.
There you go.
Yeah. But and that is the process, right? You spend the money, you get the players, they perform, you win, you make money. I mean, that's the way it works. And so for LSU football, they spent the money to get Kiffin. They spent the money to keep Baker. They spent the money to get Weiss. They spent money to get Levitt and Seton and Uman Mielen and Keep Green and Pickett and Barry and Durham and go down the list. And so then they expect
we are spoiled.
Them to win games, them to have playoff-like atmospheres in November, and them to have a playoff-like atmosphere in December and potentially a home playoff game. And when that happens, money will be brought back in. They now spend money on basketball to pay a buyout here and a buyout there and a contract here, and then spend money on the roster to see success, to play deeper into the SEC tournament, and ultimately get back to the dance because you're sitting here in March for the 4th year in a row and you're just wishing you were watching LSU basketball play in one of the coolest events in sports, which is March Madness and the NCAA tournament. And they haven't been in it. But this is a commitment. Get back to it because playing in March Madness brings in more cash for everybody.
It also has shown that, I mean, this is a pipe dream for LSU fans that are what? How old are you? 23?
23.
I'd say this is right up your alley. You have Lane Kiffin, Jay Johnson, Will Wade back. You got to see the genesis of having Wade on campus. You were a student when he was here. Leaves. Basketball is your favorite sport. He comes back, which, I mean, that was the talk of, well, LSU's got to get Will Wade back. And it really does feel like there was one person that could come back and fix LSU basketball? And how many times were you told it'll never happen, it'll never happen, it'll never happen? And people, whatever you had to do to get it done, got done. And now you have this juggernaut of a coaching staff, that is put together, and it is starting to look like, whether it be the governor running for re-election and this is how he wants to be able to do it, or it is Louisiana kind of maybe figuring out that, is this the best way to make the state profitable outside of oil and gas?
It's the heartbeat of this thing is LSU Athletics. Jon Rothstein on Twitter. Sources: LSU will officially part ways with Matt McMahon today and hire NC State's Will Wade as its next basketball coach. Wade was previously the head coach of the Tigers from 2017 to 2022. There it is. Jon Rothstein just announced it right there on Twitter. I told you the dominoes are going to start falling quickly, and there they fall. LSU will officially part ways with Matt McMahon today and hire NC State's Will Wade as its next head basketball coach. Will Wade will be back in Baton Rouge as the head man for the program of LSU men's basketball and bring this thing back to where it belongs. Because I'll speak from personal experience, right? I was born in 2002. So there was a magical run in 2006 where LSU makes the Final Four. Big Baby Davis, Tasman Mitchell, Daryl Mitchell, Garrett Temple, Tyrus Thomas. And, of course, since then I've gone back and I've enjoyed it. But I was 4 years old when it happened, so I didn't really get to enjoy that. So my first tournament experience was Jordan Mickey and Jarrell Martin. What year was that? 14?
14.
14 or 15? Where they lose to NC State.
Free throws, man.
At the what was that? The
Tip it
buzzer,
at the buzzer.
at the end. I remember I was there was a watch event at church. I was a 12, 13-year-old.
That's the problem.
I went and I watched it. I mean, there was a lot of people there. We went and watched it with the youth group. I went and watched the game, and
there was a whole lot of cussing in that church that day. God damn it!
I was heartbroken because the team I love, I finally get to see them in the
My
tournament.
God, why have you forsaken me today?
And they lose. And then 2 years later, they make the decision to bring this guy in from VCU. And dare I say, that man changed my life as a basketball fan, a basketball guy. And, of course, I love football and baseball and all the other sports. But I love basketball. I played basketball, and I wanted to watch LSU be good at basketball. And when Will Wade got here, we were good at basketball. And they're making the tournament, and I get to watch Tremont Waters hit a right-handed layup with 2 seconds left on the clock against Maryland in a round of 32 to make the Sweet 16. And I get to, when I was in high school, I'm watching Javonte Smart play, and in my whole mind, my whole life, it's been, well, a guy like that's not going to go to
Going
LSU.
to Kentucky.
He's going to go to Kentucky. And then I see him commit to LSU. I mean, this guy just scored 42 points against us
Beat
in
Central by himself.
January, and now he's going to LSU. And then Naz Reid, a guy that I'm watching on social media, Big Jelly, for all my years of high school, and he's going to LSU. And Emmett Williams is scoring 50 in the Jordan game. He's going to LSU. And they're making a Sweet 16 run. And then they go get Cam Thomas from Oak Hill. And they get Trendon Watford, another McDonald's All-American. And it's all this success and exciting. And the peak of my LSU basketball fandom was 2017 to 2022. And the feelings that I'm feeling right now, knowing that that's on the way back, is beyond excitement. Because LSU is coming back to LSU to bring a winner, a competitor, so that LSU basketball fans can be proud of a winning program in Baton Rouge.
Will Wade was the first coach, because I was too young for Saban, too young to understand it, too young to watch what was happening. I caught it on the back end. Every coach after that was too young for Skip. Caught it on the back end. I realized what they did. The reverence I have for both is unparalleled. I've gotten to know Skip very well, and he is a man. He is a god amongst men. Will Wade was the first coach I was able to see come in and change something that I had never seen be good, and the energy and enthusiasm, the vigor with which he did it, made me really literally fall in love with the coach for the first time. He was the first one, and then Jay Johnson comes after Will Wade leaves, and then now I'm married. But Will Wade whenever he came in, was the first time, whether I was covering the program or not, was the first time that it was the first coach that actually made me believe in something at LSU while I was here. It was like, this is what it's supposed to be. Somebody that cares so much about their job and what they're going to do and can speak it and talk it and do it at a place where, oh, you get exactly the energy that it is being put forth into the world that it is bringing in. Like, you're exactly the perfect match for a place like LSU. And from day one, off the rip, his opening press conference where you had people hanging off the rafters to come see him speak because he'd already won. He had won the fan base over what he did at VCU and the way he talked about LSU basketball, what he was going to do, and everything he said he did. And that was the difference between any other coach I'd seen before, whether it was the soft-spoken Paul Manieris of the world to where I couldn't understand what Les was saying, to like, this is a guy. And now to get him back at LSU and what he's going to be able to do here again, I don't know how you can't be excited because he really is somebody that can change a program, and he wants to do it here, and he's going to do it here.
It's going to be big time as Will Wade is back at LSU. I'm trying to get a little sound bite here for you guys to hear so I can send it to Lloyd for him to play for y'all because obviously, as you can see Lloyd's T-shirt, Lloyd, if you show the cam your T-shirt there. We had the pretty cool experience to listen to Will Wade talk about and drop knowledge on how this thing works, how to build a program in basketball, and how to do all those things in the sport. And I just sent it in Twitter. It should be in the group chat so you can play it. And I'm going to play a couple of clips from the Will Wade podcast that obviously me and Lloyd were a part of back in 23, I feel like was the time. Play the second clip first that I sent, where he talks about culture and building a program. Because, let me just get everyone prepared, he's about to wipe this thing clean and rebuild and bring a winner. And with the transfer portal and with NIL, you can do that in just 1 year, as you've seen with LSU football. I mean, they wiped out an offense and have brought in one that you expect to be a winner. And in this clip, you can hear Will Wade talk about building that. And this is, if you have forgotten who LSU is about to bring back as their head coach, allow me to remind you. Or better yet, allow Will Wade to remind you.
Allow me to reintroduce myself.
Who the head coach is for the LSU men's basketball program.
Look, I think it's different. You can't build a program anymore. You got to build a team every year. Like, that's just the way it is with the portal and all that stuff. If you're trying to build a program the kids are going to transfer for, they get any good. So I think every situation's unique, every job's unique, and you got to figure out, how you can win at that place, whatever it may be. And then, everybody talks about culture and all that. Culture is a bunch of bullshit. Like, just win. You got to win, period. You got to find a way to win. How can you win? Good culture is winning. Everybody's happy when you win. When you lose, everything goes haywire. You hear from people. Everybody's got ideas, all that sort of stuff. Whatever you're doing, as long as you're winning, it doesn't matter. That's culture, is winning. Look, I think it's different. Whatever you're doing, as long as you're winning, it doesn't matter. That's culture, is winning.
Culture is winning. The sport of college basketball has changed. You don't bring in players to develop and grow over time and all of those things. No, you bring in players to win. And Will Wade talked. That's 2022. The portal had this whole thing had just kind of gotten rolling.
But it's funny to listen to that. We were watching this yesterday, and it was funny how much he has imprinted us on how we think about college athletics and sports in general. Because what have we said on this show multiple times that doesn't really matter fit, right, or culture that they talked about with Brian Kelly to Ed Orgeron. Why was Ed Orgeron beloved? He won. And then when it wasn't, it was like, still like the guy, but you got to go. Brian Kelly, never really, whenever he did win, got you to an SEC championship, you put up with it, right? Started to lose, can't wait to get you out the door. Matt McMahon, nice guy, great guy. That's all you hear.
But you got to win.
But he never won.
You got to
about
win.
Winning.
It's the most important thing in the sport because it's the lifeblood. It's the goal. You wake up every day wanting to win. And you heard the man talk right there about it. You know, build culture. The culture is winning. Just win. You know, play the. I think that's a second clip in there as well above that one, because that's what's coming back to LSU is we're not worried about all that other mess. We're worried about winning. We're going to do what it takes to win, and that's where LSU is right now.
You can't say he's never done that. He will do whatever it takes to win.
He's going to win, and that's the you talk about the arena and those things. That's what I was talking about yesterday. The facilities are bad. The PMAC is
a dump.
Nowhere near the level of High Point, right? Go look at what is it? Is it Idaho State? Their arena?
Yeah.
Looks like something out of a dream. But even though the facilities in the arena aren't the best, last Sunday and last Friday, that place was like an earthquake every time a ball went through the hoop. Definitely. And it's because Kim Mulkey's done what? Won. She wins. She put a banner up. She wins. And so that place packs out. And I'll say this right now. Will Wade coming back to Baton Rouge? Game number 1 in the PMAC? That place is going to look a way it hasn't looked in quite a long time.
I'm going to be really happy with that place being packed out again. But it is going to suck not being able to roll up 5 minutes before game time and find a good seat.
It's going to get back to getting caught in traffic after an LSU men's basketball game. So however you feel about the facilities and the arena, it doesn't matter. If you win, they will show up. And Will Wade is coming back to Baton Rouge to win. Here's Will Wade from the Will Wade podcast just a handful of years ago, talking about building a culture or not building a culture.
But you got to have the right people on your staff, first of all. That's the most important part, is having the right folks on your staff, having the staff understand what you're about. Because, I wouldn't use the word culture, but once you put your team together for that year, you do have to build some camaraderie. And you've got to, it's not like you've got to have some common interests. You've got to have some, some shared values that everybody on the team understands. But a lot of it's, you got to pick the right guys. Yeah. You got to know who you can coach, know who you can't coach. I tell our assistants all the time, it's not who you like, it's who can help me, the head coach, win. Because what you like is not necessarily what I like. Like I like certain type players. And so it's not, and I did that as an assistant. I tried to force kids I liked on guys I worked for, and it doesn't work. It doesn't work. It's what the head coach wants. It's what the head coach is looking for. And that's the most important part. And you've got to have a staff that understands your personality. Hey, this is what coach will go for. Coach is not negotiable. He ain't dealing with this. Yeah, you get.
And knowing that man, I'm lucky enough to have a good relationship with him and people on his staff as well. And he's put together quite the staff. And I will say, another thing to look very, very closely towards is who he brings in to be on this one. Because there might be some surprises. And there's going to be some that when you look at it, you're going to be surprised, but you're going to go, man, it makes a lot of sense. Because he's going to build something here in Baton Rouge this second go-round that's going to be pretty special. And he talked right there about how important it is to build the right staff. He's got his guys. He's going to bring in some too. And I'm pretty dang confident he's going to build a hell of a staff in Baton Rouge to bring this thing back to where it belongs and back to a winner at LSU. Because that's what this program is supposed to be. That's who this program was when he was here the first time. And that's where he's bringing it back to now that he's back.
Talk about a love for LSU. Because in what world would you have told somebody if you just woke up from a coma and Will Wade is Will Wade and the North Carolina job is open, and the LSU job is open, and he's like, oh, he's going to LSU. Like he would definitely have a hat in that arena if North Carolina wanted to go after Will Wade, they could, but he doesn't want to go to North Carolina. He wants to go to LSU.
He wants to go to LSU.
Like North Carolina, as as blue of a blood as it gets, and he's not even interested.
Because and Baton Rouge is just different. And Will Wade, during his time at LSU, he was 105-51. 2019 SEC regular season champions. Made it to a Sweet 16. Made it to March Madness 3 out of 4 seasons. Would have been 4 out of 5 had the tournament not been canceled due to COVID. And he's back in Baton Rouge as LSU's got their guy, Will Wade, the next former/next LSU head basketball coach for the Tigers, man. It is, like I said, it's hard to contain excitement. You heard from the man himself a couple years back just there on those clips. What he's going to do is going to be pretty fun. And I guarantee you, over these coming weeks, get ready when you see top players hit the transfer portal and these names pop up and all those things. See LSU in the mix to get this thing back to being competitive, man. Super, super exciting. Will Wade, the next LSU head basketball coach, he's back. The General's back. The bad boys are back. LSU is now completely and entirely the villain of college athletics. Look at the Mount Rushmore. It's got Lane Kiffin, Kim Mulkey, Jay Johnson, Will Wade. It's going to be pretty fun. We're going to take a quick break here. We'll come back. We will talk about baseball. We're going to talk baseball with our guy Jason Armstrong when we come back from break right after this.
Wardos was created in honor of Alan Ward Granning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granning at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Mart has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or a storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing. Built on trust, backed by quality.
All right, welcome back here as we open up hour number 2 here on this Thursday morning. Every single Thursday we talk to Jason Armstrong of Inside LSU Baseball, as even though there's a lot of very exciting things going on around LSU basketball right now, we're still in the thick of LSU baseball season as the Tigers play Kentucky this weekend after back-to-back-to-back weekend series losses as they lose to Sacramento State, then Vanderbilt, and then last weekend, Oklahoma. They'll play Kentucky Friday, Saturday, Sunday this weekend. We'll preview that now. Jason, good morning. Thank you for joining us.
Hey, guys. How's it going?
We're doing well. Appreciate you making some time for us this morning. As it's been a while, and a lot has transpired since the last time we spoke. Just a brief synopsis, kind of your takes over the last couple of weekends, what you've seen from the Tigers as they've lost 2 out of 3 to Sacramento State, Vanderbilt, and then Oklahoma last weekend.
Yeah, man. Well, 2 weeks ago seems like a month ago. But, just it comes down to the Vandy series. Your offense is good. You don't have the pitching. And then this past weekend, your pitching is excellent and your offense wasn't there. So one of these deals where, and I know you can't, there is no like, hey, we almost won, if we would have won this game and this game, we'd be sitting 4-2. And that's absolutely, it's absolutely true. However, you drop both series. And I think that I'm very optimistic because if you could just get like 2 phases of the game going in the right direction, I think that this team could be fine. And clearly, the midweek game was all about offense for me, and there was a lot of good things that I saw there. So, good thing is that this SEC is very jumbled up right now. You don't have any 6-0 teams. You don't have any 5-1 teams. So, as bad as it seems, and this team certainly hasn't been playing its best baseball, you're right there. So.
And then obviously, like you said, right there, because to me, ultimately, when you look at these last couple of weekends, I mean, they're like 5 pitches away from being 4-2 in the SEC right now, with the Gavin Guidry pitch for the walk-off and then a couple of times against Oklahoma. I mean, they're not that far off, and so it's really not that hard to look at it glass half full, right?
Well, I mean, more so than just like the scores, because yes, the games were close, but I think a lot of it matters how you play. And so some things aren't very sustainable. You can't give away the free passes like you did in the Vandy series. And even though you lost by a run, I mean, yes, that positive is that you had the game won in the last inning. You could have won the series, but still, that's not like a sustainable way to play. Same thing as this weekend. You lose a 4-3 game to lose the series, but like you can't get 4 hits in a game and expect to win going forward. So yes, on one side of it, it's like, yeah, you're not playing great, and you're still almost there. So like, I think it's very overblown. And I'm always more so optimistic than I am the other side of things. But anybody who's thinking like this team's, just this isn't the year and they're bad at this and this, I mean, that's not really a view that I agree with at all. So we'll see going forward. But I'm looking more at like, hey, what are the pieces that we need? How are they playing? How are they progressing? What are some trends and things like that? So,
and from your standpoint, what do you see from those transfer portal guys in from a position standpoint? Obviously, you know what you expect out of the Big Four, and I think you've been very vocal about how important and vital those 4 guys in Stanfield, Brown, Curiel, Milam. But the ancillary pieces, those pieces around them, what have you seen from guys like Caraway, Dardar, York, and even some of the guys that have been here like Aaron Beatty and Pearson?
Yeah, I mean, I've been seeing the same thing everybody else has. It hasn't been great. However, like I really think this is like one of these deals where like you just evaluate every game. You look at him. Well, what happened this game? And so, like Zach York, man, that was a great game he just came off of. He needed that. This thing is so mental. It's so much of it is confidence based. That's why you can't say, well, they can't hit. This is just not the year. These guys aren't good. These guys have always hit. All right. It's just they're not performing right now. But I thought that was great for him. I look at a guy like Caraway. I think Caraway has really started to have some good games, like 4 good games in a row where he's getting hits. He's walking. The at-bats are looking better. So I think that's very promising. And then, like Mason Braun, he walked 3 times the other night. I know he had a bad strikeout, but like he's getting on base. And then you're getting production from other places, like Cerna, okay? Like that's a huge deal. He's becoming one of your better hitters, and like you didn't see that coming. Much like you didn't see that really coming with Ethan Fry last year, okay? He wasn't a guy going into the year that you were like, oh, he's one of the best hitters in the country. No. And so you're going to get one of those players that steps up like that. And when you're starting to see it, Pearson, strikeouts are still up there, but like he's doing a really good job hitting the ball up the middle. So I'm very encouraged by seeing a 14 hit night where you did get production from other guys, but you also had your top 3 go 7 for 14, Curriel, Milan, Brown. And so, I'm still believing that you're going to get more from other parts of the lineup, and I'm not betting against those guys, and even Stanfield. These are national championship players that were starters last year, that they're just going to stay down.
Yeah, because as long as this season's been going on, it is if you don't get production from your big 3, your big 4 between Curiel, Brown, Milam, and now Stanfield, if they're not able to set the table or be able to drive in runs, you weren't getting it from anywhere. I think the emergence of not only Cerna, which has been a nice surprise to see him be able to play first, which I thought he did a good job of being able to do, and then Pearson at third base. Like, those are 2 guys that can solidify your lineup when you're not getting it from, you can't expect Jake Brown and Milam and Curiel to go 3 for 4 every night. But with that, if you see the emergence of not only Cerna and Pearson, do you think that helps York kind of get back on track, as you saw the 2 homers, but you're able to bury him a little bit deeper in the lineup and let him kind of figure it out as he goes?
Yeah, I mean, I think it is good to getting him further down in the lineup, but I still, he's a good hitter. I think it's just one of those deals where, like, every at bat he goes up there and has a bad at bat. It's just the confidence is going down, and now he's pressing more. Man, I can't have another bad at bat.
Until you go 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts and get benched.
Right. Yeah, and it's just one of those things. It's just there's so much mental, that goes into it, and so yeah. I mean, I think that could help him. I think the best thing is just what he did. I mean, like having that. I mean, I think right now he feels about 6'7". Stepping in the batter's box, and so that's good. I think that's important because you're going to need guys. This team really needs power. They're just, because it's not been a deal where like they're not getting on base. They're getting on base. They're getting the leadoff on base. They're walking a lot. They're not striking out a ton. It's just when they're making contact, there's not any damage being done. And so you have to have guys that step up and can hit the ball out the park, hit the ball in the gap. And that's been something that's really missing from this team. And so the guys that are hitting the ball in the air, they're leaving the yard, and so we need those guys with some of the power bats to keep contributing that to this offense that's, not done a bad job with getting on base.
Yeah, and I think that's the 2-headed monster that LSU is facing, like the Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because Jay is one that wants to see, he said games are won in the middle of the field, whether it's shortstop, second base, catching in center field, or the way that you impact at the plate, which is hitting it back up the middle. And he's always been, I want to lead the country in doubles. And then he sees the amount of, I think guys are pressing a little bit to leave the yard. Whenever they're struggling, they want to lift it and get it up in the air. And he said there's nothing less effective than a 2-out ball hit to the warning track caught. Like, it doesn't do anything for me. He's like, you want to be able to put pressure on a defense by either hitting it on the ground or hitting it up the middle. And so I think they did, because when York came in, I think what happened was he's chasing that high of hitting the homer in his first at bat as an LSU Tiger, and now everybody thinks he's this power hitter when that's not the game he plays. He's a work it the other way, kind of slap it up the middle type guy, and then he does have power, but I don't think that he was ever brought in to be a 15 homer guy, and now that's where he kind of feels like he has to be. So if he can get back to his approach of he walks more than he strikes out, that was the thing coming in, and just working it back up the middle, and a hit with 2 outs and 2 runners on, it doesn't have to leave the yard. He can still score 2.
Yeah, definitely, man. I agree with all of that.
And then from your standpoint, obviously, we've talked a lot about the offense, but when you look at the pitching, right, last weekend against Oklahoma, you get off to a really good start with Case and Evans on a Thursday where he goes 15 Ks and has his best outing of his LSU career, especially as a starter. And then you have Cooper Moore and his injury, and William Schmidt, who performs well as well. What have you seen from the starting pitching, and where do you expect them to go moving forward?
Yeah, I think the starting pitching has been fine. I think Evans was incredible. And I think that's more of who he is. I'm not saying he's a 15 strikeout on Friday nights guy every week, but that's more in line with who he is. The ability to throw 4 pitches, all for strikes. The strikeouts came. There were the ratio of strikes. I mean, there was 6 strikeouts on the changeup, 4 on the curveball, 4 on the fastball. Like, that's who he is, not the guy at Vanderbilt who walked everybody. That's just not who he is. And he just traditionally does not give up a lot of damage. I think William Schmidt's done a really good job, and I think he'll continue to get better, just like Gage Jump did, just like Anthony Einstein did every SEC start. I think his big thing is just finding a way to control the pitch count. And I do think we have a tendency to get really, breaking ball happy. We have guys who can throw really hard, and he gets a lot of strikeouts, but sometimes maybe a 0-1 fastball that a guy gets jammed on and grounds out is better than a 6-pitch strikeout. So, I think he's done a good job, and I think he'll get better. Like, those are your 2 guys, man. Like, the Evans and Schmidt have always been your 2 best pitchers that you need to attack weekends with. That's it. That's your Jump Holman, your Skeens Floyd, your Anderson Einstein. It is those 2 guys. And I'm a huge believer that you're trying to win 2 games every weekend. And those 2 going out there Friday and Saturday are going to give you your best chance to win series. And so I like this. I like where this is going, and pretty confident about rolling those 2 guys out there against most rotations.
And then when it comes to relievers, right, I think we've seen the growth of a lot of guys in that realm since the last time we've spoke. There were some rough spots for Cowan and Williams earlier in the year, and you've seen them maybe turn the corner a little bit, especially Cowan. He had a really good outing against Vanderbilt, and has rolled that into some good outings as well since, as well as Cooper Williams. Santi Garcia, I think, has been excellent as well. And even Plog, just this past midweek, I thought he had a really good outing to step in for Rick. And what have you seen from the guys in the pen?
Yeah, man, I really like, and I've said this for a couple of weeks now, or maybe, a week, maybe, I don't know. I like where this bullpen is right now. I thought that it takes sometimes to figure it out. All 4 of our top relievers have strikeout to walk rates over 26%. With anything over 20% is great. Over 25 is elite. I like this stat a lot because it measures who is controlling the at bat. You strike for a strikeout, the pitcher wins the at bat. A walk, pitcher loses. So it's basically saying, how often is a pitcher dictating what happens versus reacting to hitters, because you can't control once the ball goes in play a lot. So we have got our relievers, man. They are doing a great job of limiting walks in relation to how many batters they're striking out. I mean, outside of I know we'll get to Kentucky, but they've got 1 guy who excels at that. So I like where this pitching staff is. I mean, you mentioned Colin. and he's faced of the last couple of weeks, he's faced 15 batters in SEC play. He hasn't allowed a run, he hasn't allowed a walk, and he's allowed just one hit. All right. Santi Garcia, since his first outing opening weekend, he has a 2.00 ERA over 8 appearances. Like, you're talking about a guy with 16 strikeouts, 4 walks on the year. I love him. He's getting better. He's very nasty. There's no left-hander who should be able to hit him. Sheeran, he's faced 56 hitters this year, the whole year. He's allowed 4 hits. Only one of them was an extra base hit. So he's allowed 3 singles and a homer at Vanderbilt where the wind was blowing out 200 miles per hour. So Sheeran's been great. I think teams are batting under 100 against him. And then, look, I know Guidry has had some bad endings. I don't really put that all on Guidry. I think we will use him better going forward. Teams are only hitting 182 against him. He's another one that's got a very high, strikeout to walk rate. His walks have been a little, elevated, but he strikes you out as well. And I mean, I would probably flip him and Sheeran, to be honest with you, because I think that Guidry for like an inning or 4 or 5 outs is very nasty, and he's been showing he can throw it up to 95 now. If he gets too extended, though, it's then down to like 91. I think he's really, really tough, like in short spurts. Whereas Sheeran is, I mean, he can throw 98. So if he gets tired the 3rd inning and he's down to 95, 90, that's still hard enough to keep people off your, make them respect your fastball. So I would almost think about flipping those, but both of them are good. I think, I really like what we're seeing from Fontenot. I wouldn't get hung up on that hit he allowed the other night. I mean, he throws 98. I don't know why we threw him a breaking ball. Mm-hmm. The guy, there's no chance he was hitting it. Rizzy is still hard to hit. I know he's got to throw more strikes. Cooper Williams at times is starting to. I like where this bullpen is right now, and I like where the rotation. I was looking at this, man. This might surprise you, but like through 6 starts, all right. Evans and Schmidt, if you look at them through 6 starts and you compare them, Anderson and Ianson, this year we're at 3.90 ERA. Same time last year with Anderson Ianson, 3.53. This year you've allowed 45 hits through 6 starts. Last year you allowed 52 hits. You've given up a couple more walks this year, 22 over 16. You've struck out 96 compared to 102, and you've given up less home runs this year. So, like, Evans and Schmidt, they're stacking up pretty well compared to, Ianson and Anderson went crazy the rest of the year, but this 1-2 punch is plenty good enough right now with the bullpen really kind of progressing each week. I feel good about where things are with this pitching staff.
And then this weekend, obviously, LSU looks to finally get an SEC series win against Kentucky after losing 2 out of 3 the last 2 weekends to Vandy and Oklahoma. What do you see from some of the challenges that Kentucky can bring to LSU in Alec Box?
Yeah, man, I think this series is much more about what we do and how we play than it is, what Kentucky brings to the table. And that's not always the case. Sometimes you're up against an opponent who can beat you, flat out. They've got guys who can just shut you down. You're counting on them to make mistakes. Maybe you're relying on their starter to give you free passes. I don't think Kentucky can come in here and beat you unless we give them things. I mean, what do they do well offensively? They lead the SEC in getting hit by pitches. They don't strike out much overall, although against Ole Miss, they struck out, I think, 10 times or more all 3 games. They lead the SEC in sack bunts, second in stolen bases. They lead in triples. They hit into less double plays than anybody like in the nation. They've only hit into 3 double plays all year. But again, a lot of these things I've said aren't really things that we count on anyway. So some of the things that they do well or some of the things that Oklahoma did well, but there are exceptions. They don't draw a lot of walks. They're 15th out of the 16 SEC teams, which is probably like the main thing you want to be good at against LSU's pitching. And so that's not something they do really all that well. They're 11th in on base percentage. They don't slug. They're last in home runs. It's just not a position player group with pro prospects all over the place. I mean, outside of Tyler Bell, the shortstop who's DHing because of a shoulder injury, they're just not. Vanderbilt had pros. Oklahoma has pros. Kentucky's a good team, but they're not wildly talented when you look at their. Now, look, they've got 3 guys who in SEC play are hitting over 380. A couple of them are hitting over 400, and LSU doesn't have anybody hitting over 333 in SEC play. So I'm not saying they're not a good team, but like this isn't one of these teams that you got to be careful because they're just so wildly talented.
So what do you expect to see as the result this weekend? Do you we'll let you get your prediction in for LSU Kentucky, the 3rd SEC series of the year.
Yeah, well, so first of all, I always look at on the mound, and on the mound coming in, this was going to be one of the more talented pitching rotations in the country. It's a very talented Friday night starter, and then 2 experienced starters that are pitch to contact guys. But none of their 3 starters through 2 starts have more strikeouts than innings pitched in SEC play. The Friday night guy, Jelkin, is good. He's 96, 97, good sinker. And then you're going to have 2, pitch to contact guys that both started. One started 15 games last year. One started 13. But it's going to be pitch to contact, throw strikes. Both of them have struggled, though, and have had early outings in SEC play. So, but again, it's not an overpowering pitching staff. They're going to throw strikes. They don't have a reliever who's going to come in and wow you like Oklahoma had. It's guys who were starters at mid-majors last year that throw good breaking balls, and they get a lot of ground ball out. So that I start there because I think LSU right now, it's all about their offense. And if you were going to face Arkansas this weekend with a couple of starters that can shut you down, that's trouble until things, we start getting things rolling more. So, like, I like this recipe, going against pitch to contact guys, I think is a good matchup for LSU. And then again, offensively, I don't, it's not an offense that scares me, with a bunch of high level talented guys. Yes, they can beat you with the things that they do well, but I like our pitching staff right now really against anybody. And so I feel good about it. I think I don't have to say that. I mean, you really want to, they'll have an advantage game 3 just because they're going to have, if they go the same rotation, they're going to have an experienced starter starting on Sunday where we'll have to just figure that out. But I like our chances. Listen, this could be come back to be one of the worst things I say on this show. I don't know why, man, but I feel like we could sweep them this weekend. So
they need it.
That's just a hunch. That's just a hunch.
I love to hear it because it would be quite nice to be able to witness that this weekend. It would be huge, and just the way it's gone the last couple of weeks. But we appreciate you making some time for us this morning. It was nice to hear from you again and talk a little ball.
Absolutely.
We'll talk to you again next week.
All right, guys. Take care.
Yep, appreciate you. There he is, Jason Armstrong, covers LSU for Inside LSU Baseball. Great insight, as always. I mean, the guy.
It's feeling a sweep.
Do what?
Man, it's feeling a sweep.
Hey!
I'll take it. I would, if I had to pick
pushback from this side.
Well, if I had to pick a week, it would not be this week.
Yeah.
I'd be no Cooper War, trying to figure out what you're doing. It's hard to win 3 when you only got 2 right now.
That's true. But I tell you what, if there was ever a week that it could incite the most confidence, it would be this week to be like, okay, you can. Well, because I think the Cooper Moore deal makes you feel even worse about the spot you've been in the last couple of weekends. Because you've been losing series and you haven't looked all that good, and then it's like, okay, well now your most consistent pitcher is gone. So you're kind of like you could. I mean, he was very positive. You could be at a pretty low spot feeling wise about this program. So if you're able to pull that off this weekend, it would be
massive.
Yeah.
I think, you're 2-4 in SEC play, but like if Cooper Moore's not injured, you're looking at it and you're like, all right, well, the lineup is really struggling. But you loved what you saw out of the pitching staff this weekend. You gave up, what was it? 1, 4, and 4. So nine runs
and scored
over the
12.
course of the weekend, and you lost. Like, the pitching was great this weekend. That's not the reason you lost. So I think that gives you a strength. I talked about it on Monday. Like, it's something to lean back on as a team who is struggling. That's kind of becomes your identity. And now with Cooper Moore gone, it's really just 2 starting pitchers instead of 3.
Yeah. Which direction do y'all expect it to go? Who gets the nod? I know you've said you're, Cowan Newt, kind of 2-man?
Mm-hmm.
You still think that?
Mm-hmm. They did have some during Jay's radio show. They asked him what he was going to do with William Schmidt.
Yeah.
Do you want to keep him on Sunday? What is happening? You want to keep him on Sunday, or do you want to move him to Saturdays? Like, if there was ever a time to do it, it would be
on schedule.
It would be. He would finally be. It would be on schedule. This would be the time to do it. I expect them to do that. And my thing that I'm watching for the most to see who starts on Sunday is if they get into a must-win situation on Friday or Saturday, if they have to bring in a Cowan or Newt, that I know that this matchup is what I want to use right now and I can solidify a win. That's bigger than getting a start.
Yeah.
And so that's where I'm watching to see, because on Sunday it could be anybody's game.
Right.
But when we asked Jay about it, we didn't expect to get an answer about Cooper Moore's health. Didn't. But we didn't expect an answer for a starter, but we got was, what he said was, I'm not concerned about this in the least. Like, if we don't have enough guys that can fill that role, then we don't have a good baseball team.
We were never good anyways.
Right. And so that answer inspired a lot of confidence in me, because I looked at it and I was like, oof. Because that was the one positive that you really felt like you had, was like, well, this team has 3 starters for the first time since Jay's been here.
Right. Yeah. Right.
Because he was going through the history of his coaching, like what he's had at LSU since he's been here. He's like, I had Mikhail Hilliard and 4 bullpen guys. Yeah. And he's like, and we managed to win 40 games. So he's like, I'm pretty confident what I can do with this bunch, considering we've got way more than that. And he did give a hat tip to Mikhail. He's like, thank God.
I
don't know what we'd have done.
Central legend, baby.
That's right. Stand up.
See the cat? See the power cat right there?
His lack of concern made me not concerned.
Yeah.
I think what Lloyd brought up is the most important part of this that no one's really talking about. Like, I would move Schmidt up a day just so that Jay can kind of plan out the series for that third game. Kind of like what he did last year, where you got into the situation in the back half of SEC play where you win game 1 with Cade and Cowan, and then game 2, you're going to decide whether you're going to bring in Kaysen out the pen or if you're going to save him for that Sunday rubber match. You saw it against Tennessee. You won game 1 by the skin of your ass somehow, and then you kind of got behind in game 2, and they kind of just waved the white flag and punted, saved Kaysen for game 3 where he absolutely shoved. So I don't know who that Kaysen Evans guy or that role goes to, but I don't think there's like a guy who's definitely going to be the Sunday starter. So at that point, whoever it is, whether it's Sheeran, Guidry, whoever that guy is, that linchpin guy, you're going to either decide to use him Saturday night to either try and clinch the series, or you go and save him for the rubber match game on Sunday.
Yep. That's what I think is going, because it said, I guess that's why Jay is comfortable in this spot, because he's been in this spot before. He's like, I know the blueprint of how to be able to handle this, because I've been doing it every year since I've been here. So that does inspire some confidence. The other thing that I would say, LSU has not played well against teams that use Kentucky's style of offense. Like what does Jay call it? Quick catch, fast catch? That's their game in spades. They're the team that does it the most. So what you saw with Oklahoma, where they're trying to steal, safety squeeze, bunt people over, hit and run, advance from first to third, all the things that LSU does poorly on defense, you saw it against Tech. Threw one into the dugout in the first inning, and then I think it was the third, Zach York throws one on a guy you have picked off, throws it into left field. It's like, these are things you just can't do. And LSU, when you put pressure on them, they continue to make mistakes in that regard. So you would have to see the defense get cleaned up, and I'd imagine, I guess they go Caraway again at second. It seems to be
I wouldn't say anything. I mean, Pearson has earned the opportunity to stay at third, and I would be surprised if they go other than Caraway, because Tuesday night he hit it well. I think he was 2 for 5. He had a double.
They're going to bunt at him. They're going to get the big boy moving.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Both of them.
No, I mean it'll be interesting. That's going to be the biggest thing this weekend is like you said, the small ball, quick catch type of play. And then how does LSU attack that defensively? Because you can't put number 4 at every single spot.
Right.
As much as they've tried, you can't. Milam can't make every single defensive play. So it will be some pressure will be added, and it'll be interesting to see how they attack it. Jason Armstrong pops in the chat as well. Good to see you again. Have to go TBA on Sunday, 100%.
Yeah.
They're going to keep the options open. It'll be Evans, Schmidt, TBA, and hopefully you can take care of business early on so that it keeps some options open later down the line. But it'll be fun. It'll be very interesting to watch because now you're going to see the brain power really at work of where do you use this guy? Do you put him in that spot or here, depending on what Sunday looks like. So,
and he did say that when they got up against Tech, that they got to a spot like we were able to try some things. It was Zion Theophilus, and Grant Fontenot. He's like, we kind of scrapped it, but because I don't think we were talking about during the game if Grant Fontenot can figure it out.
He's had a good couple of outings. They showed like his last 3 or 4 outings had been really good up until Tuesday.
To Jacob Myers last year, where like when you started the year, you didn't think he was going to be anything too crazy, but he's got
the superpower.
He's got this one thing that you can rely on in spots, and it's 100 miles per hour. And for Fontenot, it's 98. You know, don't be too picky.
But it's easy 98.
But it's electric, the fastball is. And that's where Jacob Myers down, I mean, if you were to list your 8 guys down the stretch in the national championship run, Myers is in that 8.
Yeah,
I think Fontenot is a similar type of kind of chess piece, you know, where it's like I've got a guy that's got a fastball, and it's literally a fastball. So, and I thought I'll talk. I mean, to talk about Tuesday night a little bit, you had some guys really step up in some big. I mean, Plog's moment Tuesday night was huge. Ricken was shook, gave up the 2 runs, and Plog came in, settled that down, even put himself in a spot where the bases were loaded, I believe, got out of that jam. Like that was big time stuff, you know, and so it was good to see some guys bring those things up.
He likes Plog a lot.
He does, and he's important because you want 3 lefties: Williams, Garcia, Plog. Those are the 3. Those are your 3. I mean, those are the 3. Like, if you're going to name 3 lefties, those are the 3. And then from the right-hand side, I mean, you've got Guidry, you've got Sheeran, you've got Rizzi, and you hope to see a guy like Fontenot, right? And some other of those pieces really step up. So, Cowan, it'll be fun to watch this week in LSU, Kentucky, 6:30 tomorrow. His first pitch. As the Tigers have their 3rd SEC series of the year. We will take a quick break here and come back with more Tingle & Co. on a very exciting day here in the studios here at Southern Regional Medical Center. We'll take a quick break, come back, close it out right after this.
Wardo's was created in honor of Alan Ward Branning III, fondly known by family and friends as Wardo. In 2019, the oldest brother of the tribe passed away unexpectedly. His remaining siblings and loved ones wanted to honor his memory in a special way. In 2022, Ward's family decided to combine the need for a sandwich shop in downtown Natchez with a desire to pay tribute to Ward's love of good friends, good times, and great food. Through blood, sweat, tears, and countless hours of hard work, Wardo's was born. So go visit Wardo's today at 309 North Broadway Street in Natchez, where the po' boys are so good, you'll swear you're in Cajun country.
Hey, Miss Lou, come visit us, Tom and Wright Granding at Go Martin on the Go Deli.
Go Martin has clean restrooms, community coffee, an awesome beer cave, and a great selection of anything you may need.
Located at the corner of Highland Boulevard and Highway 61 South in Natchez.
Also stop by Wardo's Po' Boys at 309 North Broadway on the beautiful Natchez Bluff,
where everyone is family.
When it comes to your home, the roof over your head matters. At At CAS Roofing, we don't just install shingles, we build peace of mind. With years of experience and a commitment to craftsmanship, our team shows up on time, gets the job done right, and treats every project like it's our own home. Whether it's a repair, a replacement, or a storm damage that caught you off guard, CAS Roofing is ready. We're local, we're dependable, and we stand behind every nail, every shingle, and every promise we make. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about roofing, it's about protecting what matters most. CAS Roofing, built on trust, backed by quality.
Not that I've seen it.
All right, welcome back here on this Thursday, this beautiful Thursday morning. It's an exciting day here in Baton Rouge as we are live. And we were live this morning when all of the dominoes started falling and the snowball started rolling and all the announcements you have heard. It feels like Christmas morning. And we are joined by everybody's favorite, Chucky Sunshine.
Good morning. How are y'all?
Excellent. Doing excellent. How are you, sir?
I'm hanging in there. I'm trying to figure out what's happening. I'm literally, while we're sitting here, I'm looking on the internet, getting all my information from X.
It's been quite the couple of days on Twitter. It's just been one of those refresh days where you're just refresh.
Yeah, if you're not on X, you're lost.
Literally.
Like, I mean, I don't watch the local news.
Everybody's glued to it right now.
It is the best.
The news. This was the death of ESPN and SportsCenter.
Right.
You used to be able to go, and you'd have to wait for the highlights to come out. Now it just happened. Oh, I just saw it twice.
Correct.
And so it's over after that.
And in multiple versions.
Oh yeah, new angles.
Yeah.
If you follow the right people, you get notified straight to your phone. It'll pop up.
Yep.
Imagine if they had Twitter when JFK got shot. We would know who did it.
Great Twitter day.
Yeah.
Would have been a great Twitter day.
Probably would have shut the internet down.
Oh, definitely. They probably would have shut the government.
Yeah.
Yeah. Can't look at this.
Yeah, don't look at that.
It would have been nothing on the day Brian Kelly got fired, but
that day was unbelievable.
Yeah, it's Brian Kelly getting fired, JFK,
9/11.
That's the one.
Osama bin Laden killed.
Yeah,
we got him.
The John Cena announcement.
Yeah.
Damn.
But it is an exciting
these
day.
These are the reasons why Twitter exists. Like we have to be able to talk about this.
Yes.
And now we can.
Yes.
Will Wade being hired now goes to number one.
Over Brian Kelly being fired?
Yeah, you have to celebrate.
But you specifically?
Yeah, that is a crazy thing for you to say.
I would say for the room probably. But
Okay.
me, no. I mean,
the bad man's gone.
I told you we talked about it. We talked about it this morning. Will Wade was like the first coach
No,
that
I
made
know,
me
I
believe
know.
in what coaches and like a vision I was sold on. I believed, and as much as I hate Brian Kelly, I guess hate is the stronger emotion. It's more fun, so I guess I was happier that day because I didn't know if they would do it or not.
Right.
Just felt like it was, if you're reading the tea leaves, felt like it might be coming down the pipeline.
Right.
But that was like, oh, they finally did it. They cut off the head of the snake, and now look at us.
Now look at us now.
Look at us now. Who'd have thought?
The golden era of LSU sports.
It is unbelievable when you really sit back and you think about it. And like I said,
This is the dream team.
Like a 5-month span of all of what they've done, from the firing of Kelly to the hiring of Kiffin to now. It's just all. It's crazy. I don't think I ever thought any of this was possible.
No, if you had the 4 wishes for coaches, this would be every one. This would be every coach that you would name.
Yeah.
That you would bring. What?
Charlie's Angels.
Oh, nice.
You like that?
Not really, but
okay.
I'll go with it.
I like that. I thought it was good.
Listen, you brought back 2 Guy Fawkes pizzas. You get away with a lot.
Yes.
You have a lot of leeway right now.
Awesome. I'm going to cash in on it.
Yeah. You should, because it doesn't last long.
Let me get the suite next weekend.
No.
All right. We're testing. We're testing.
There's boundaries.
We're testing.
There's boundaries.
All right, so it's lower than the suite.
It's an away game. You can have it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I forgot about that.
Here, go up there.
You still can't have it.
Honestly, if we're going to be real, watching an away LSU baseball game in the suite, like
that would be great.
would still be awesome.
Yeah,
on the video board.
Oh, nice.
That'd be awesome too. I was thinking on the TV, like sitting on the couch. The video board is awesome.
You can have it on the TV. You can have it on the video board.
Yeah, I'll do both.
Airplay it from your phone onto the video board.
It'd be awesome. I'd much rather that than sitting at my desk, like hammering hot and spices,
Sad.
Or taco pizza.
Or taco pie.
I'm going to get one.
Yeah. You have to do a slice with the sauce.
I got to try the sauce. Yeah, apparently the sauce is
still
legit.
got the second pizza in there, bud.
I'll try it.
I got back late yesterday afternoon.
How far is the Godfather's from your house? Like how
It's
far
not.
of a drive?
No, it's like 15 minutes. But the good thing is it's right next to my gym.
Oh.
Well, I guess the bad
thing.
Realistically, literally, like it's on the road that I drive back home from the gym, and I never knew it was there.
So let me ask you this: do you eat it before you go into the gym or after you come out of the gym?
Well, I've never eaten one before.
No, I know, but now.
If I was going to, probably after. Like when I went the other day, I came home from the show, went to the gym, worked out, and then before I started my cardio, I called, put in the order, went.
You're so efficient.
That is efficient.
I know.
You are
I'm
efficient.
I'm the best. Look, I got there. I walked in. The guy said, "Perfect timing," and I was like, "I know." I got there. He gave me my pizzas, and then
service.
Yeah, it was beautiful. And then I almost added a thing of monkey bread because I've heard about the monkey bread.
I never tried that.
I've heard about the monkey, and the guy outside was like literally sitting outside eating at the table.
Yeah.
He
Just
walks
monkey
back
bread?
in when I'm in there. He goes, "Man, I got to get another order of monkey bread. That shit was so good."
So
And
we
I was
got two?
Yeah, he had already eaten one, went back in, got a new one. I was like,
I would do the same thing.
Well,
I was like,
that was your sign to get one.
and that's what I'm like. I kind of need to get one, and Charles doesn't need to know. I'll just eat this one for myself.
Yeah.
But I decided not to. But I ate when I had the slice, I did eat it in my car after the gym.
What's really funny is you ate a slice in your car.
Well, yeah.
I don't like people eating in cars.
I eat in my car all the time.
I love eating in a car.
I hate it. I hate when like you go to McDonald's. Okay, let's just use McDonald's, and you get fries and whatever a value meal, which isn't valued anymore. But you get a value meal, and somebody's sitting next to you and they're eating.
We couldn't
French
be more
fries.
aligned.
I mean,
Like, come on!
It depends on the situation. Like, I'm not going to choose to eat in my car. Like, if I'm on the way home and I'm right next to my house, I'm going to go home and eat. But if I'm, like, on the road, if I'm traveling
if it's a
somewhere,
road trip,
There's
you're not
nothing worse
stopping.
than trying to
Right.
eat nuggets, chicken nuggets, whether it be Wendy's or McDonald's or whatever, in your car while you're driving.
well, I don't
Because I
always
got to get
do
the
it while I'm
because
driving.
I got to get the dip.
Of
Like I
course.
can't have a nugget without.
You risk your life for the dip.
For me,
Because I'm not looking at the
in
road.
my car, you have the little coin tray like in the door.
He pours sauce right into
no,
it.
you don't pour the sauce. You set the sauce container in that.
It perfectly fits.
But are you left-handed?
Uh-huh.
Well, I'm not left-handed. I would have to cross-body dip, and that's not good.
Yeah,
That's
well,
dangerous.
I drive with my left hand, right?
Yeah, but I can't dip and eat and dip. You see, look, you got it.
Yeah.
You obviously are
I'm
professional.
like this, nugget out because the nuggets go in the cup holder. Because you got a drink in a cup holder, you got nuggets in a cup holder. You drive, pick a nugget up, dip in here, eat it.
But I'm not going to eat while I'm driving.
Well, you ate. Well, what did you do? Sit in a parking lot and ate?
Yes.
Oh, nice.
Well, it's just
You
one
ate a slice of pizza and a guy ate a order of monkey bread
too.
Well, he was sitting outside at the
Should've
little
gone
patio
joining.
thing.
Yeah.
I probably should have, to be honest. But I'm not gonna like drive and do it. I just open
that's
it up,
pretty hard.
take my one slice.
That's pretty hard to eat a slice of pizza and drive it.
No, that's impossible.
Yeah.
I don't enjoy eating
shouldn't
in my
be
car,
illegal.
You just
but
have
I
to.
do it.
You have to.
I wasn't gonna wait this life-changing pizza. I wasn't gonna wait 15 minutes to get home to try it.
Yeah, you gotta try it now.
Sometimes the wait's worth it.
See, that's what I do.
Not for me. I like short-term gratification.
Like if I get food from somewhere.
15 seconds.
It's efficient.
Call me Rick Pitino.
It's
15
efficient.
seconds.
Yeah, 8 seconds or less.
Yeah.
90 seconds of hell.
That's all.
2 pump chump.
Yeah. Hey, if we get to 2, it's a good day. If we're gonna be real.
For her, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
What is it? Alligator roll?
Yeah, gator roll. You
Gator
got a
roll.
gator roll.
But
That lunch did not go well.
I thought it was great.
It went well for us.
Yeah.
The waitress
the poor server
was not having a good
We
time.
did not
she's
give her a good
colorblind.
day.
She is colorblind.
She
Yes.
walked up to. Do you remember what Lloyd and White were wearing yesterday? White had like a blue hoodie on.
Yeah.
Lloyd had that faded blue shirt. Well, she walks up to our table and she goes, "Oh, y'all are matching." And we were like,
No, she goes, y'all work together? And we were like, cause y'all are, and then she goes, cause y'all are matching.
like,
And we were like, we do work together. We are not matching. And she was like, yeah, y'all are both wearing purple. And we're like,
"Purple? Where do you see?"
We are wearing the same color, but that
Yeah.
color is not purple.
purple. And
Yeah.
we made Wyatt go outside and see if it was like the room. She's like, nope, that's purple. And my shirt was clearly blue. His looked a little more purple, but still blue.
It was my chocolatey complexion.
And so after that, it just went off. It went off the rails.
It did.
But it was. Yeah, I might. Well, the problem is I don't understand.
I'm not trying to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
You should try like tanning.
Oh,
Tanning?
Yeah,
I know
like
I am a little
tanning bed.
pale.
Like tanning bed. You meet some hot chicks in tanning salons.
I have
true.
other places where I meet hot chicks and scare them away. But I am a little. I have
it's
gotten a little
your
pale.
ghastly disposition.
My what?
Your ghastly disposition.
My ghastly. Is this a fat joke?
No.
Oh, is it a small penis joke?
No, like a
Oh.
ghost.
Why did I say those two things?
I don't know, but you just told on yourself.
Is this about the hemorrhoids? What are we talking about
Oh,
here?
my insecurities?
Yeah.
This is going. Listen, let's go back to sports.
Yeah, that's
No, what I was gonna say though is, like, I feel like if you're wearing the same color shirt as like, would you say me and Noah are matching right now?
no.
We're just wearing the same color shirt.
If I was wearing, I have that same hoodie.
Yeah,
I was
if we were
that
wearing,
hoodie,
then
we'd
we're
be
matching. But
Yes.
that's what threw me off. He's wearing a Patriots
Where were
shirt.
y'all eating at?
Burger Smith.
Burger Smith.
Delicious.
He was wearing a Patriots shirt, and I was wearing like a standard like Nike hoodie.
Look, let me tell you,
And I was
Burger,
like, that's
Burger
odd.
Smith has great food.
It was good.
Service is way slow. Would y'all eat the one right here in Acadia?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Yeah, that's way
The
slow.
food was. The food
I
was
thought the
excellent.
service was fast yesterday. They
Good on the
did
drinks.
forget my cage-free egg.
They forgot your
on my
cage-free
burger.
egg.
I'm very upset about
And
that.
you also, she said, we saw on the thing that it was a cage-free egg, and he asked her,
What does that
"What's
mean?
cage-free?"
And then I asked her if they had one that wasn't cage-free. I would
Yeah.
like my egg to be caged.
Mm-hmm.
And then it was, "How do you want your egg cooked on the burger?"
Scrambled.
Well, I went.
What,
I was
scrambled?
gonna. No. That was where
it was
I got
instinct.
confused.
It was
Instinct. I
instinct.
was gonna say scrambled, but I was like, well, you don't eat scrambled egg. Doesn't go on a burger. So I was like, I don't know what to say. I've never ordered anything.
Fried.
Well,
Fried
that's what
egg,
she
and
said.
then
She
she's
was
like,
like,
"What-"
"Do you want it runny?" And I was like, "No, I don't want it runny."
And
So
then she was
over,
like,
over medium. I
No,
think.
she said he wants it over hard.
Hard.
And then
Yeah.
he started laughing.
And then we, of course, we started.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was very
Like a bunch
mature
of
lunch.
school kids.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Because he wanted a cage-free egg. He's like, I want a caged-in egg. I was like, a chastity belt? Is that what you want?
That's exactly what I was thinking. Yes.
This
And,
guy's
and this
perverted.
woman's just sitting there, and she's like, it's just egg.
Poor
Like,
sir.
let's get to the egg part.
You've now turned egg into an erotic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But she
literary
started.
erotica.
She started making the interaction
she
weird
hot?
with the matching. I'm not gonna comment
Wait, is she related to you?
No, no.
because she wasn't hot, and I felt bad saying it on
Yeah.
air.
I don't,
Maybe
I don't
she's
think
watching.
she listens to the show.
That's
doubt
true.
That.
But it just was funny. She thought they were
Shout out
matching.
Burger
I
Smith.
just- Yeah, it was a great burger.
We'll go back today.
And we went. We put. We used Texas toast as
The,
buns,
yeah, the
which
burger was phenomenal.
yeah, it
the
was pretty
Vienna
good.
bread, it was like
Yep.
nice and buttery on the
Texas
top.
toast.
Whew.
I was proud of that. We took some chances.
We
Medium
did.
rare. She talked me off the
The
ledge.
medium
I wish
rare
I-
was
that's
great.
what
You
I
got to
should've
go back
done.
when we
I
go
know.
back today. You're gonna get the medium rare.
Double.
The best burgers are medium rare.
I agree, but
It
Yeah.
just depends the place.
Well,
But
she said that it was
Problem with
going to be
Burger
cold.
The problem
Yeah,
with
which-
Burger Smith is if you don't order it well done, it's raw.
Yeah, but I got
like
medium
that.
rare and I liked it.
Really?
I was
they
excited
have the
about
cut.
it. It was
They
good.
have like
It was juicy.
Yeah, they have like the steak trimming, so it's good enough meat that you can do it that way, as opposed to like I don't want my great value burger to be medium rare, but from a burger restaurant that offers like the fillet or the like different cuts of meat, I trust it.
I was surprised because that's why you didn't get it medium rare.
Well,
is
she
when
said it'd
she
be
said it was
cold.
going to be cold in the middle.
Yeah, that's what threw him off.
Which I don't.
Which is a lie.
I knew that's not how that works. If it's cold in the middle, then you didn't cook it
Well, she
at
was
all.
saying a cool center.
Yeah, and
Did
I
it
don't
have a
think
cool-
she
And he
meant
kept
like.
saying that back. He was like, "So it's gonna be cold in the middle." She said,
Cool.
center."
I was like,
And
that
he
sounds
like,
good. Well,
yeah.
that's
He was
cold.
like,
to
"Cold
me.
in the middle, cool
Yeah.
center."
She got flustered. We were flustered. It
Yeah.
was it was not great. I didn't get my egg.
Medium rare.
You didn't get your egg. That was my biggest pushback was that you didn't get your cage free egg.
This has become a phone show.
Oh, it's a phone day.
Yeah.
It is a phone day.
It's a phone day.
Well, these last 30 minutes
I mean,
have
me and
become
Wyatt,
the food section of the
course.
show,
Me-
which
I
is where
will-
I really shine.
I'll give me and Wyatt our credit. We demolished Twitter for about a solid 10 minutes.
Yeah.
When all this started happening.
I couldn't
We
talk
were
for the
just-
first hour because
we
I
were
was just trying to look at and find
videos
stuff.
and pictures and responses and the whole deal.
I feel bad. I'm on my phone a lot right
No,
now.
it's a phone day.
No,
need to
you
be.
you should be on your phone. Yeah.
Yeah, but you sat down yesterday like, wait, I have to go do something. Like, yeah, do that.
Yeah. I thought it was awesome. I was coming out of the bathroom yesterday, and you're on your phone. I'm like, oh, he's talking to somebody. You know,
Shades
you
on.
just followed me in. I thought you were going into your office, and then it was awesome.
Yeah, I was following you in. Your door was open. Why have to make another door open?
That's right. But that's what you do.
I love
through
it.
open doors.
No, we love hanging out with you.
Walk through open doors.
That's
yeah,
right.
We eat. We hang out in suites. It's awesome.
It is
great.
awesome.
My life has
awesome.
improved markedly since we've moved in
Yeah.
here.
So what do y'all think the odds of Will Wade coming here?
I mean, it's
100%.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think?
It's. I mean, at this point, if it doesn't happen, and the people that have made the announcements or whatever, like On3 putting out Pete Nakos and Joe Tipton, NC State head basketball coach Will Wade is expected to leave for LSU. Obviously, it says expected, which is the
Key.
yeah, where that's the key word. Where if it doesn't go through, they can go back and say, well, hey, it was expected. We didn't say it did happen because it hasn't been officially announced. But
Have they let Matt McMahon go?
no,
Do we
they.
know?
I
It's
think
also expected to be announced.
Rothstein put out.
I want to meet this guy, Jon Rothstein.
John Rothstein's in the middle of all of it.
I know. I want to meet this guy.
And I
'cause
thought
everybody
his
quotes him.
Did you see his little segment yesterday that he did talking
I
about?
don't even know what he
LSU?
looks like.
Oh, interesting haircut.
He said so. He put out at 8:38. LSU will officially part ways with Matt McMahon today and hire NC State's Will Wade as its next head coach. 8:38 a.m. He said that.
Rothstein would, because he talked yesterday. He's like, I don't like to speak on another man's job. Talking about Matt McMahon, who is still employed by LSU. But he's like, I only see this going one way. And then
Yeah.
today he makes what is essentially an announcement of the hiring of Will Wade and the departure of Matt McMahon, but it still has not been pen to paper. So there's, I guess, wiggle room, but to me, it's already it's.
At this point, why would you go?
How could you go back?
How could you stay? How could you all of a sudden?
How could NC State want him back?
Right.
The fans,
of course.
No, they have turned.
They've turned. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what we were talking about earlier. We're in the good spot on Twitter where you had like the couple of weeks where NC State fans are like, he's not leaving. Why would he leave? He'd be an idiot to leave. And now, like yesterday, they kind of flipped where they're like, we don't want him anyway. Like,
I mean, of course, I'm reading the internet. Yesterday, like the internet said something like, LSU's a better basketball job than NC State. They said more money, more salary, more money for NIL, and I'm like, really?
That was my point this morning. I
didn't think that was the case.
When people were saying that, I was like, I feel like that's doing a disservice to the reasons why he would come back. I was like, it also could just be he wants to be in Baton Rouge, and he spent time in Baton Rouge. He's got friends in Baton Rouge. He was here for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
That's where it was the first big school to take a shot on. The whole thing, like, it does a disservice to all the ancillary pieces outside of just a contract and NIL money.
Right. I agree. I don't know. I hope. Have I talked to Will Wade? Yes, I talk to Will Wade all the time. I don't use my friendship to figure out what is happening. So we'll see. I mean, I'm kind of like everybody else. It's kind of like when you wouldn't know. You're an expecting father, and you don't, like, some people don't want to know.
These expecting fathers over here.
I didn't say they were either. You're sitting next to me.
Right, okay.
So, no, you don't, some people, now it's gender reveal. Back in the day, you didn't find out what you were having. And so it's kind of like I'm feeling it now, Let's see what happens,
Yeah.
Sad for McMahon.
I think the biggest thing is yesterday, at first, it felt like, or before yesterday, it felt like this is going to be an interesting couple of weeks. And then yesterday it turned into it's going to be an interesting couple of days.
And now it's
now it's going to be an interesting couple of hours or minutes,
Yeah.
Like it all happens just so fast.
I think it's funny to watch everybody trying to break the story, and nobody really has the story.
Right,
I mean, you're reading, there's a wheels up plane leaving Baton Rouge headed for Raleigh. It'll be there at 1:15 to pick him up. I'll tell you this, that ain't the plane. That ain't the plane.
No.
Track it if you like.
Yeah, track it. Look, I guarantee you, FlightAware will be the most hit on today than ever.
Yeah, no, I mean it's all eyes.
Mm-hmm.
What people don't realize is there's more than one airport right outside of Raleigh. So are they flying into Raleigh? Are they flying into some other airport? You never know.
Could just be a touch and go.
Yep.
Could be. Throw him on and.
Maybe he'll Uber down here.
It could be
it could be a car.
Know. It could be a
Could
Bane
be a car.
situation.
Do what?
It could be a Bane situation. A little lift and let go.
No one knew who I was until I
Put
put
on
the
the
mask.
Don't do that because we're gonna break the show. I'm just gonna start talking in a Bane accent.
I don't even know what that is.
Right.
Batman?
Oh, you know
From Batman. He's a villain in the third
Never saw
Batman
it.
movie.
Oh,
you haven't seen any of the Batman?
No, I've seen one. I've seen the one with Michael Keaton. I've never seen anything
Oh,
after
wow.
This is the Christian Bale, the newer Batman they came out with.
The better Batman.
It is the better
Michael Keaton was a great Batman.
So he was
a
the
good
best Batman?
Christian Bale.
I think Christian Bale is my favorite. Yeah.
Those three movies.
It's purely based on like
How
era,
good the
though.
movies were. Yeah.
Well, that too.
Heath
Yeah.
Ledger.
But like mine, if I was born when Michael Keaton was Batman, I probably would be like, oh, Michael Keaton's the best.
I mean, I liked Michael Keaton. I mean, look, I think he even did a
Birdman
graduation speech where he says, "I have just 3 things to say to you. I am Batman."
Yeah, it's awesome.
That was pretty cool.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Other than that, couldn't tell you. I mean, but you're talking about a person who just watched the first 2 Harry Potter movies, like the last 3 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, I've never
How'd
seen
you like
Harry.
them?
The first one was really good. I'm not gonna lie. Just the names like Dingleberry or something.
Yeah.
I don't.
That's fair.
Heathcliff, Hogwarts, and like Heath.
I never really thought about it like that.
I mean, I don't understand. Like J.K. Rowling, that's a twisted woman to frickin' come up with those names.
But you watched the second one?
I did. Let me.
Tom Marvolo Riddle turns into I Am Lord Voldemort. Isn't that's cool? That's badass, isn't it?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, see, well, you didn't watch the second one.
I did watch the second one.
You missed it. You missed it at the end though.
I don't like.
You remember Tom Riddle from it?
Tom Riddle, like
the boy.
When they go into the book, when Harry Potter goes into the book, and he meets Tom Riddle, and at the old Hogwarts.
I probably remember that. Yeah. I remember the name Tom Riddle. Like I remember he was like a from the past.
Yeah, he's the good-looking guy at the end when he's fighting the snake.
Stop with the good-looking shit.
Well, no,
guys, like,
he is
no
a
offense.
good-looking guy.
Stop. You just said I smelled good.
You do smell good.
I get it. I get it, but you don't say
This is where Wyatt and I align. Because I will, if I see a good-looking man, there's no shame in complimenting.
Well, I'm trying to describe him to
He's
you.
a
I'm not
good-looking
saying
guy.
I want to
Chopper's
kiss
good-looking.
him.
Yeah,
but he's a good-looking guy.
Hey, I appreciate Jimmy Tan in the chat today. He says, Noah, what made you decide to grow a mustache? The mustache suits you. It really brings out your personality.
Gives you a very
The mustache
masculine
gives you a
look.
very masculine look. Thank you, Jimmy Tan.
Okay.
And then Gage27 said, don't forget Noah's nickname, Big Hog Noah.
a big hogwart.
Big
hogwart. All right, hog. And then they got like houses inside the school,
Right.
and I'm like,
You
know,
should take the quiz to see what house you belong
No,
to.
I don't want to take a quiz. I've got to be honest with you. I belong to my house.
That's right.
Fair
the
enough.
house.
The house that I built.
Chucky Sunshine.
Yeah, Chucky Sunshine house. I'm in Long Island.
I work in construction.
Yes, I work at waste management.
That's right.
Waste management.
You need a
Chucky
construction guy.
Sunshine.
You need something done, Chucky Sunshine. He'll take care of
Yeah,
it.
the Godfather.
Take care of it.
You found him at Godfather's Pizza.
You know a guy? He knows a guy. He knows a couple guys.
Forget about
it. He knows some girls, too. Chucky Sunshine.
Just-
Big hit with
Sound
the
like
ladies.
Penguin.
Yeah.
Bad poison.
Bad poison.
Are you fucking dumb? You don't know the difference between L and La? No one took Spanish?
Just the other night,
You didn't watch the movie.
He could look like him.
Yeah.
All right.
Get the
man,
walk.
That's a
See?
cheap shot.
What?
Cheap shot.
Cheap shot.
Cheap shot.
Cheap shot.
I'm not saying the Danny DeVito one.
No. There he
There
is.
he
Cheap
is.
shot.
Boot up.
Cheap shot. And they call him Sunshine Pupper now. I
Yeah.
got the name.
Mr. Fun and Chucky Sunshine.
What a what a band.
Yeah.
Ooh. I don't know what that's like. So good day though at LSU sports.
Yeah.
History.
It should be a
Does
great
spring
day.
practice go today?
Yep. Christian's out there right now.
Doing what?
Filming.
Videoing.
He might get fooled by the RPO without a running back.
So-
he might.
did somebody put him on their shoulders so he could get video?
Probably.
It climbs
Probably
up Glenn
John
West.
Eads, Glenn West.
Climbs up
Well,
Glenn
if
West back.
Poggi and Christian together would make like one Glenn
One
West,
person,
I
yeah.
think.
Please tell me Poggi's putting Christian on his shoulders and not the other.
Now, honestly, to put Poggi on Christian's shoulders and Christian is videoing from the bottom, that is something
From
that
the
they
bottom,
they
yeah.
would do.
You can't leave them to their own devices.
Poggi's more of a top, you know that.
That's right.
Oh, I don't know. That.
He's a power player.
Y'all are getting a little weird for me here.
I forget.
Christian gets an interesting angle out there when he's videoing. But he usually videos from up here.
Which is not great because he can't see.
Y'all might want to get him a little better device.
Phone, maybe a
Like a
swizzle
selfie
stick.
stick or something.
Yeah.
A swizzle stick.
selfie
Does that
stick,
come-
whatever
does
they
that come-
call
does
it.
that come from-
Hogwart.
Does that come from Harry Potter?
yeah. I would do magic if I could. Even a limited amount.
What would you do?
Turn like
Brian Kelly into something?
Oh yeah, rigor mortis.
Rigor mortis is crazy.
I think he is.
Yeah, to keep him alive.
Freeze him
It seems
in
like
carbon.
it seems like LSU's working some magic these last couple of
It
months.
is.
How about that picture? Shout out to Jonathan
Love it.
Amazon for that.
That's
Love
awesome.
it. Love it.
Leave
Love it.
Mount Rushmore.
Love
But
it.
yeah, LSU is. This is a public enemy number one. I think it's safe to say.
Oh, the bad boys.
They hate us.
They're trying to come up with a.
Why?
I believe John Goodman, not John Goodman, whoever Goodman is on Sports Guy, put out like what's the nickname for these three, and they're like the axis of evil.
What was it?
Kim
The
Mulkey.
unholy
Mulkey,
Trinity
Lane
was good.
Kiffin, and Will Wade.
Yeah, that was making money.
That was good. The unholy trinity, but in the best way possible. That was
Yeah.
funny. I like that.
The axis of evil is
So
crazy.
hold on, I gotta send this to y'all because this is really good. Did you get on? Like, how do I send this?
Hey, let me see.
Right here,
Yeah.
message. I'm just gonna send it to Noah because this is pretty good. Maybe
I'll
y'all
take care
can.
of them.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this.
Oh, the video from 2021.
Yeah, pretty good.
Says the general is coming.
Rewind it.
Hell yeah.
Does that fire you up or what?
I'll tell you what, it's pretty exciting. Does men's basketball become relevant again?
Does it? It's relevant today. It's never been more talked about. We were talking about that
was
this morning. We were doing some, we have our
first
prep
quote
sheet, like LSU football, LSU baseball, LSU women's basketball, LSU basketball. Goes in order of, relevancy at the time. LSU basketball, for the first time, shot up to the front of the list. We're like,
Tiger
immediately.
Robbins, it covered through the first page. I think
Yeah.
almost every
I can
post
only
on the
imagine.
first page.
I love that they can't just put that into one, the Will Wade thread. Instead, it's I have to make my own thread. My
Well, that was
topic is more
that was the
important
Jon
than-
Rothstein quote. He said, let's see if I can play it.
Final Four. He's going back, has not been nationally relevant.
There it is.
To go to the Final Four. He's going back to win the SEC. And LSU, again, a program that since Will Wade has left, has not been nationally relevant, is about to be nationally relevant. LSU with Will Wade is a program that you are going to see on your social media feed all April and May involved with some of the best transfers in the country. LSU is a program that you are going to hear about when people talk about the top of the SEC and the best rosters in the SEC. And I don't know who they're getting yet, but I can tell you this. They are going to put together a team that is going to be worthy of being in a situation where it's going to be ranked in the top 25 to start next season.
Wow. It's pretty impressive.
Pretty high praise.
Yeah, I don't listen to all of that. I kind of keep that noise out.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this, though. I was home alone last night. My wife and daughter went to New Orleans to see The Great Gatsby. They asked me if I wanted to go. I go, I don't know anything about The Great
movie?
Gatsby. No, the play.
Oh.
I said, the only thing I know about The Great Gatsby is it was great.
It
Other
was.
than that, I don't know anything.
Good movie.
So they went.
It's
and,
it's a book.
No, I know, but
Yeah.
I watched this. It's a good movie.
So I
Leo.
I didn't go, and so I sat at home. But man, both of my phones blew up. Literally, I got in bed at 8 o'clock last night and just pushed the phones away. I'm like, enough.
I can't do this anymore.
Enough.
Need a break.
And then this morning at 6:30, the phones start. And the funny thing is people please tell me this is true. I'm like, what do I know? I'm reading the same thing you're reading.
But people just want to talk.
Yep.
Yeah, not that early. I'm not a morning person.
No, but it's funny who the people this is what my brother does all night. At any time, it's did you come in? Did you come? It's why do you think I don't know anything?
Yeah.
I would like for him to.
Yeah, I mean,
and now it's
that would be a
trending in
plan.
that direction.
Yeah, we're all reading the same things.
Yeah. And there's no, it's the same thing with the Lane Kiffin thing. It's the news is the same thing as it was 30 minutes ago.
Right.
Nothing has happened in the last 30 minutes. But you want to keep talking about it, but you run out of things to talk about at a certain point, and nothing has happened in the last 15 minutes.
That's why
Marty
today
McFly
was great.
camped out in front of NC State's facilities.
Put him in the gun at 86.
Yeah, I mean, it's not Marty McFly. It's Marty, what's his name?
It's Marty McFly.
No, Marty McGee.
Oh, Marty.
I thought you were saying do they want to go back in time and make sure this never happened? Set the clock to 48 hours ago.
LSU hires coaches. This will now be 4, technically 3, because Will Wade will be double, with a litter of names: Johnny Jones, Will Wade,
Jay Johnson,
Matt McMahon, Will Wade again.
Mm.
So LSU basketball just keeps going.
Oh,
with just
especially if you get to use a double, get to use one twice.
Right.
It's a double-double.
But then I guess baseball too. Jay Johnson.
There's a couple
That's
of them
it.
on the baseball. Josh Jordan.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I think it's the only one. But
Yeah, that's okay.
A couple is
Yeah,
two.
everybody's got double names. It's great for the name game that we played on the way to Omaha.
Yes. Hopefully we get to make that trip again.
You know what? I
That'd be
did
nice.
that. I was so bored the other night, and you guys told me about that. I played for an hour and a half in my room, and I got stuck on Y, and I hit a Yoenis Cespedes. I was like, dude, I'm
right back.
different. I'm different.
Yao Ming.
I don't even know what you're talking.
The name they were telling me how when they went to Omaha they play the name game. So basically with athletes, or I guess do you do coaches as well?
Athletes, coaches.
Right. So let's say I'll start off with Steve Nash.
Right.
You would have to say an athlete whose
first
first
name-
initial is the same last initial of the person I
Nate-
said. So
Nate
Steve
Robinson.
Nash would go to Nate Robinson. Nate Robinson would go to Robin Yount. And then from Robin Yount, you'd go
All right.
to Yoenis Cespedes. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
Yadier
just-
Molina.
It's like
Right.
playing what was that game with Dungeons and Dragons?
That's not how I would describe it at all.
That's to me. That's what it's like.
Oh,
Wait, you
fair
don't like
enough.
to name athletes?
No, I don't want to name athletes.
Oh,
Well.
you yeah.
Well,
you also you don't
it's
have
worse
to.
when you're in a car for 14 or RV for 14 hours.
Yeah,
You
I would.
needed to
I would
pass
probably
time.
sleep.
Yeah.
I would
or-
probably
or
take something to
fly.
go to sleep. But
Yeah,
yeah,
we'll fly.
I definitely wouldn't drive for 4. Listen, I have a rule. I can't drive more than 4 hours.
4?
4 hours
my
is the
number
max.
is 6. I can't go
4
past
hours.
6.
If it's over 4 hours, I got to fly.
What about now? Well, I guess you don't have aviation's different for different people because I think my mom is flying somewhere and she's like, I can't. So she's flying out of I think Alexandria or Baton Rouge. She's like, I can't do New Orleans. Some guy got there at like
Yeah.
3 a.m. for a 1 a.m.
People are getting
flight,
stuck.
and he didn't make it.
No, I got a guy who flew out yesterday to go to South Carolina, not North Carolina, South Carolina.
Pulmonary?
No, and no, he would be flying back. This guy's going.
Well, don't come back here.
And he sent me a video, and yesterday morning he had a 10 o'clock flight. He got there at 7, and it was empty. There was nobody there.
Oh wow! I guess you go one of two ways.
Because now everybody's not booking flights.
Yeah. So it's a hit or miss.
Yeah.
It's a hit or miss. My longest flight I've ever been on, and it was rough, was I think 16 and a half hours from Chicago to Hong Kong.
Whoa.
Oh.
How was Hong Kong?
Why would you go from Chicago? Like, would it go from Chicago?
I don't know.
Well, I'm just because Chicago's in the middle of the United States. Why would it not be like a coast? You know, like that doesn't make sense. I'm just.
Well, you'd have to ask United Airlines that.
Yeah,
I mean,
that
I
just
booked
makes no
a flight
sense.
that said New Orleans, Chicago, Chicago, Hong Kong.
That's
but I literally,
crazy.
I got shit hammered drunk before I got on a plane.
Love that.
Hell yeah.
Took a half of a
Ambien?
Xanax.
No, Xanax.
Yes.
And I ordered my meal.
Fell asleep before it got there.
I fell asleep before it got there. I woke up. The whole plane was sleeping. Went to the bathroom, brushed my teeth. Got back in, drank 3 more glasses of wine, took the other half of the Xanax. I woke up 45 minutes outside of Hong Kong. And the stewardess, I'm like, hey, can I get something to eat? She goes, Mr. Harvey, you've lost. You skipped, you missed all your meals. And I'm like, all right, so like, do you have one waiting for me? And she's like, no, all I have is ramen noodles.
Take them.
And I'm like,
in Hong Kong.
On the way to 45 minutes outside of Hong Kong. It was pretty I'm like,
Authentic.
yeah. And this was United flight. And so I ate it, and I landed in Hong Kong at like 10:45 at night, and I couldn't go to sleep.
Oh, no chance.
I was like, man, might as well go to the bar.
United flights. Did you see the new thing they're doing where you can book the whole row? And
I did
they
see
have
this.
these new fold out so the seat has a third part that will fold out, and they'll bring you a mattress, a pillow, and a blanket, and you can lay out on in the whole row.
Really?
I have to find.
They had the picture of like a guy like
Sitting,
laying with his
yeah.
girlfriend. Fuck all that. I'll get her own row, and I'm gonna sleep on my own.
I
row.
want the row for myself.
Yeah.
Well,
see if I can
so
find
much for your girlfriend.
Relax row.
Maybe she wanted to be like intimate.
The relax row.
Oh, yeah.
Not
maybe
on
she
a
wanted,
plane.
Like,
maybe
look.
she wanted to join the Mile High
It
Club.
folds out and it connects to the
That
seats
is
in
going to be
front
the
of you.
problem. There's going to be
Yeah.
a lot of mile hires now.
And then there's it says single or mingle, and this is what Wyatt's saying not going to happen.
So if
on,
they
dude.
say mingle, they're
What
promoting.
if there's a hot girl sitting next to you? You like?
Yeah, what if you like
Like,
become?
if there's a mother and their
Well,
children.
that's fine. If you're like trying to woo a girl and you're like, oh yeah,
This would be
I
a big-
I actually really like cuddling. That's fine. But like your long-term girlfriend, you can have your own.
Yeah,
row.
that's. But if you were, if
See, Lloyd's the only one with a long-term girlfriend, and he agrees with me.
yeah, I mean, we'll see you later.
Wow.
But if you were single and you had the relax row, she doesn't. You could be like, do you want to come over to the relax row?
Yeah.
And if there's a 50-50 shot, she says, I would love to lay down.
Exactly.
And you could pick the movie.
Who, me or her?
Her.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I'll watch
I'll buy
whatever.
the drinks.
Absolutely. See, this man knows ball.
And then we wake up in Hong Kong.
But I do think
With
this
no
is
pants on.
This is a great idea.
Dong
because
Kong.
Dong Kong.
I wonder how much it would cost, but like that does look.
No, it looks nice.
Looks
I mean,
awesome.
I mean,
It's the only problem with flying is you're shoved into a.
here's the
a
thing:
phone
get up
booth.
out of that seat if you got to go to the bathroom. That's
That-
tough.
yeah, that
a
would
tough
be tough.
Put a catheter in.
No, I'm not doing that.
I'm surprised you only went to the bathroom once on this Hong Kong flight. And Xanax makes you extremely hungry.
Does it?
Yes.
It's the only time I've ever taken Xanax because I was nervous about flying that long, being cooped up,
Yeah.
and it was like, no.
So you're not nervous about like the plane part of it, but you're kind of like claustrophobic, like you don't like.
Well, I mean, when you're talking 16 hours, I'm like, man, what do you do? It's 2 8-hour days. that
Yeah.
You're on a plane,
Yeah,
one
if you-
plane.
you
Yeah.
can watch the LSU Clemson national championship game 4 times.
Yeah, and I don't want to do that. And so
Maybe
I
why not
literally
twice?
got on. I played blackjack. I had a wine flight. I'd already been drinking in the Polaris Lounge for quite some time. And the lady's like, "Hey, don't you have a flight that you got to catch?" And I'm like, "Yeah, it leaves at 2:00." And she's like,
1:30.
It's 1:00. And I'm like, "Oh shit, where's the gate?" She goes, "Good for you. Good thing for you. It's next door."
Oh,
so I had a bunch of
so I got 30 extra minutes.
Screwdrivers, and so I literally reached in my bag, grabbed my Xanax, cracked it in half, took it, grabbed three glasses of wine. A wine flight is what they called it. I had 3 glasses of wine, and I was out. Played a little blackjack, put my little eye mask on, put my headset on, and I was gone.
That's
awesome.
Gone.
See, I guess if you're that asleep, they're not waking you up because that would be.
They might have tried. I don't know.
Yeah, because that would be I guess it's an internal debate of do you want to wake somebody up for the food that they ordered, or do you let them sleep?
Well, you should have like at a Brazilian steakhouse. You should have the little flipper, like the green or the red.
Yeah.
Red is wake me up for my meals. Green
Texas
is
A
fuck
Brazil?
off. Yeah.
Yeah.
He knows.
100%.
It's great.
Texas
the
A
cheese
Brazil
bread
is
is so
so
good.
good.
I went
LessMiles.com.
I mean,
Wyatt, you need to start your own podcast as a food critic.
I get this all the time.
me and Wyatt have had this conversation.
Yeah,
about
I get
this.
this all the time. I'm not as passionate about food as I am as sports.
He just likes to talk food.
3/4
I could
of the
talk
time I'm
sports.
here, we talk food.
Yeah.
He's multifaceted.
Yeah.
I agree.
I like talk. I don't know that I could do a full podcast about food. I do think I could be one of those people
that reviews food in their car.
Yes. Like with the tray, and they're like, "Oh, I got 9 burritos from Chipotle today,
That'd
all
be
different.
good,
We're gonna
yeah.
try all of them."
All the LTOs.
Exactly. Like
I do watch these videos.
Yeah, no, they pop up when you're in. You're like, "Wow, that looks good." Like,
The one that got me started.
I could do that.
Was the Skeletor boy that dresses like an old man, the man with the shirt, the shirt and the tie, and he's very pensive and proper and odd as all get out.
Yeah, I do know that guy.
I don't know his name. But
Me
he has
either.
like a briefcase. He's
Yeah,
very
yeah.
serious about it, but it's so serious that it's not serious at all.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
he
yeah.
doesn't get it. That we're laughing at him.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
then you do have
But you
to-
get views from that.
He
Like,
gets
you
hundreds
laugh
of
at me.
millions,
Yeah,
tens of
yeah.
millions of views. So this is his job.
Mhm.
But we did have a kid in school that was just like that, and that's not. He dressed the same way. He had a handkerchief, like
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
high
yeah.
school that he would bring, and now he smokes cigarettes, and he was a prison warden.
Prison warden.
I like
Travis Van Linkendonk.
Wait.
Great name.
Yeah.
Is he related to Dingleberry from
Yeah,
from
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts?
No, but he
Dunkel-
might be
Dunkledore?
magic. He's timeless.
Everybody gets
Yeah.
pissed off at me like it's not Dingleberry. I'm like, all right, so it's Dunkledorf or something. I
That's
don't
pretty
know.
close.
That is pretty close.
What is and
Dumbledore.
Yeah, I say, who thought of those names?
But it's a fictitious world.
I
where
get
people
it,
have
but who has
outlandish
imagination to think of that? As
It's
an
it's
adult,
impressive though.
it is impressive, but it's kind of twisted too.
Right. You know how
I don't
alone you
know.
have to be to create your own
Twisted?
fantasy world?
Yeah.
It's her imagination.
Yeah, but that's like impressive.
great
because
idea.
I don't have that.
My
big of an
imagination has nothing to do with wizardry.
No.
Just
Game of
taco
Thrones?
Never watched Game of Thrones.
Me
Never
either.
watched
I haven't
one
watched it
episode.
either.
My dad didn't like it. He said every episode is like it's like an hour. He said it's like 50 minutes of boring, and then the last 10 minutes are insane and reel you back in for the next one.
Yeah,
and he didn't like the 50 minutes of boring.
Breaking Bad?
Never saw it.
I should watch Breaking Bad.
Never
I
saw
think I would
Friends.
like Breaking
Me either.
Never
Oh,
watched
Friends is
another-
awesome.
Never watched Seinfeld.
I've never watched
You would like it.
I've seen Seinfeld.
I've seen. Well, I shouldn't say never. I've saw 1 or 2 episodes of Seinfeld. The problem I have with Seinfeld is you get in the middle of all of this cool, funny stuff, and then all of a sudden you break to Jerry doing stand-up comedy. It's like, boss, what happened?
Speaking of Jerry doing stand-up comedy, I think he's got a show at the
He's coming
River
back.
Center.
Yeah, he's coming back.
I saw him the
River
first
Center.
time he was here.
I did too, and I didn't know who he. I mean, like I never saw Seinfeld, so I'm like, I kind of knew.
What do you mean? You never heard of Jerry Seinfeld?
They say in real life he's
A prick.
complete asshole. Like they say, like
He thinks he's smarter than everybody.
like they gave him a basket like full of Louisiana like beignets and jambalaya stuff, and he's like, "Get it out of my dressing
I don't
room."
need that.
Like, what a dick!
Well, yeah. I mean, look at him. Like he thinks he's.
I'd have given him ham.
Yeah, you can't have it.
That's why I
Yeah.
gave it to him.
I get
Why
it.
not?
What do you mean I can't
He's
have
Jewish.
it?
He's Jewish.
Oh,
Can't have any ham.
I can't have him. Only turkey.
I didn't know that.
Jerry Seinfeld. You didn't know that he was Jewish.
I'm going to work. I'm going to watch Flight or Wear.
Yeah, there
I
you
was
go.
I was just thinking about
Crack
something you
some
said at lunch
Yeah.
yesterday.
We'll take,
Harvey Weinstein.
we'll take a quick break here. We'll come
Ari
back and close it
Gold.
out. Or I guess we'll just go straight to 13-13.
13 for 13.
Let's do it.
Ari Gold. legend.
Gold. All right, get back in your chair.
No, it's okay. This is my chair anyway.
All right, we'll
Double
take mine,
chair.
sit mine.
I needed the headset because I was listening to Jason Armstrong.
Talk ball.
See? There's a method to my madness.
Athletic Connections.com. Please help me.
Help me.
Help me.
That is crazy to never have heard of Jerry Seinfeld, though.
Yeah, he just lives. I don't know. I mean, he's busy.
It's Jerry Seinfeld.
Well, no, I think he knows who Jerry Seinfeld is. I think he
he
said
knows
he just
the-
hasn't watched Seinfeld the show. Which
Comedians.
I know who Seinfeld is. I didn't watch the show.
Yeah.
Show's good. And the reason that they cut into the stand-up is that's how we base.
Right.
It's showing how he came up with the bit for stand-up comedy.
No,
That seems odd because
it's a weird direction.
I
to
plan
go.
on watching it at some point because I only watch like 5-6 shows and they're all sitcoms. So I feel like that would be the next show for me to watch. Like I would like it, I think, but cutting to his stand-up in the middle of it seems
literally
weird.
it's 5 seconds. It starts off with him doing stand-up, like setting the scene for kind of what the episode is. It has like slight parallels, and then it gets into the show, and it like maybe one more time. It cuts to him doing stand. So it's not like a big bulk of the show.
Yeah.
It's like probably a minute.
Right.
But I think
it is like a quick cut. You're like, whoa, okay.
No,
I think it fits into like the shows that I would like. Like that one, Modern Family is one that I want to watch because I think I would
You
like
would
that.
Modern Family.
There's probably another one
Have
that
you seen New Girl?
No.
That would fit.
Is that the
into
one with
your-
Zoe Deschanel?
Mm-hmm. And Megan Fox.
Gay Mike.
Megan
Fox
was in it for like 2 seasons, but she wasn't in it because it was
I'll
a good
be
show.
watching.
And then Reagan joins the show, and you're like, now it's a better show.
But she was
hot name.
too popular on the
Yeah.
show, so they took her off.
That
But
makes sense.
it is a good show.
I'll watch New Girl.
Yeah, you
I'm
would
about to
like it.
finish.
It would
I'm,
fit in your.
I'm
realm
on
of
How I
shows.
Met Your Mother right now. I'm about to finish that. So when
I heard the
finish-
ending's terrible.
I don't mind it.
Like, you've
People
already
get
seen
mad
it.
about it.
Oh, you've seen it, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I've watched it 7 times.
Oh, I've never seen it once.
Yeah. It is kind of odd the way they go through the entire show.
Yeah.
But I don't mind.
If you can deal with that, you can deal with Seinfeld.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can do it. Seinfeld, I think
Seinfeld's
you would like.
great.
It is
Okay.
funny. You also need to watch.
Otani, Judge, Schwarber, Raleigh.
Raleigh, interesting.
Wow. Did they do it on purpose?
Raleigh.
Carolina.
How about that? Whoa. Wow.
Wow.
Whoa.
I'll hold it for as long as hard as I can.
Wow, Pete.
Bucks.
Bucks.
Spread party stimming. The Pacific Coast.
On the Pacific Coast. Does that say international or
International.
intentional? Okay. Carolina too.
Mm-hmm. Carolina again. What is this?
This is interesting. I don't know. Stem. Like the stem of a route?
Or like stimming.
A Texas route?
Aye. Spread route?
Spread offense.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, Andrew was saying international, Pacific Coast, Texas, and Carolina leagues.
I don't know what the
Minor
fuck that
league, yeah.
means. Okay.
These are
Stem party.
Anagrams of MLB
oh
teams.
Cubs, Mets. Okay.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah.
It's pretty stupid.
That was a good one though.
Pretty stupid.
If you had, if it wasn't the last one.
No, yeah, it's actually really smart what you're
It's
doing.
actually really smart. Padres. What was the other one? Pirates.
Mariners.
Pirates.
Oh.
Paul Skeens, he's pitching today.
12:20.
He just texted me, FaceTime me, and called me.
I couldn't. I would not handle him well if he did that to me.
What's up? We're still live. Let me call you after we're done.
Oh, I dropped my phone in the water. I don't have any. Oh, I lost all the footage.
Oh my gosh.
This is Rosie O'Donnell.
Is it?
No.
That is not Rosie O'Donnell. Is that Steve Martin's hair? No, he's not. His jawline.
You know who I think it might be? The Keith.
Keith.
No, his face isn't that fat. You know what I'm talking about? Keith from baseball. I mean, from SportsCenter. The old
Keith
one.
Oberman?
Yeah.
Or Olbermann?
Olbermann. This is what my grandpa's hair looked like.
I don't know these people.
Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, it was baseball themed.
Yeah, it was. It is Steve Martin. I knew it.
Who's the woman?
Felicity Huffman.
The interior person.
The interior.
I knew that was Steve Martin's hair.
What
did you type?
Steve Huffman. Felicity Shagwell. Can shag now and shag later.
Short-term gratification.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
No clue.
Oh, that's not mine. How'd that get in there?
You haven't seen Austin Powers?
No.
Oh my god.
The Penis Pump 3000 brought to you by Austin Danger Powers. Oh, that's not mine, baby. The book, How to Use the Penis Pump 3000 by Austin Danger Powers. He's going through his carry-on bag.
Yeah, baby. Yeah.
He's a sex-crazed international man of mystery.
Never seen it.
Oh, behave.
Is there a fat guy in there?
Oh, fat bastard!
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, get in my belly! He's a Scottish man.
I used to get that one.
Oh,
when I was
look
in
at
high
you!
School.
I could eat you up.
Groovy,
My
baby,
baby, back ribs, chilies, barbecue sauce, and he's drooling everywhere. And it's actually the same person that plays Austin Powers.
It
Really?
is.
Who's that actor?
It's Shrek, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why can't I think of his name?
Mike Malone.
Mike Myers.
Mike
Myers. That's the one.
Mike Malone, the coach.
This is the Buccaneers.
Oh, I knew this.
Joe.
Yeah, I knew this was happening.
I actually watched the video for the first time because I've never actually seen the video.
Whoa.
And it looks hilarious. Oh yeah, I knew this was happening. So
Kurt
good.
Suzuki.
It did play for the Mariners, right?
But he's a
Yeah, I
manager
remember
now?
Kurt Suzuki. I don't know if did he play for the Mariners?
That might just be Ichiro Suzuki.
Yeah.
But he did.
Maybe
catch.
it's the same person.
He
Maybe
did.
that's his. He changed his name.
I don't know his first name. Ichiro is his last name. No, Ichiro is his first name.
Yeah, it's Ichiro Suzuki.
But it's Ichiro on the back of his jersey.
Right, but that's just like a
Angels.
foreign thing.
Yeah. Is it the Angels?
Is it the Angels?
Did he catch for the Angels too?
Angles.
Los Angeles Angles. Before becoming an All-Star and NBA champion, this All-American UConn shooting guard had a game-winning buzzer beater to defeat Washington in the 1998 Sweet 16. This is Ray Allen.
It could be Ray Allen. It could be
Was
Ray.
Ray Allen
I'm trying to think of
98?
other.
Yeah, it's got
Ray Allen was my. Well, what about Rip Hamilton?
Was he 98?
Well, I'm just thinking of All-Star NBA champion.
I feel like Ray Allen was 98.
I would lean Ray Allen
because I feel like Rip was a little bit later.
Yeah.
Because Ray was right after Kobe. No, maybe it was
no.
Rip. Maybe it was Rip. Maybe Ray Allen was earlier.
Well, they might have been on the same team.
Maybe.
Because they were. I mean,
Rip Hamilton.
Is it Rip?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's all right.
Nice,
That
good
means
pull.
we're still light. We're still right.
Still, yep.
Introduced as a compact pickup 2004, but newer models
The
are
Sebring.
mid-size. This Chevrolet model is named after a U.S. state. The Chevy
Built for
Is it
Colorado? The Chevrolet Colorado.
Have you ever driven a
Chevy Colorado? What is the Chevy? The Chevy Colorado.
The Chevy Colorado. There's a dude that actually did.
You
those
sound like the
videos.
guy from Deadpool.
Chevy Colorado, and then he did a Chevy Silverado and a Chevy Camaro.
You know what I'm talking about? The guy's face is like this.
I know exactly.
Yeah, the guy that Ryan Reynolds doesn't like in real life.
IRL.
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds doesn't like anybody in real
Why is he
life.
calling me again?
Just answer it.
Didn't realize it was 10:30. Y'all still live, huh? Yes. That's what I.
You fucking idiot,
I mean-
Christian.
dipshit.
Literally.
What if something big just
Introduced by
happened at spring
Coors.
practice?
Cheers.
1989's brand of beer typically comes in blue cans with its name in white and yellow print, and it features the word "always smooth."
Oh, it's
on cans.
Natural.
Is it Keystone?
Keystone.
Keystone Light.
Fucking big beer guy.
Yeah.
Check
Come
you
on,
out.
man.
Bob Odenkirk, Glenn Howerton, Kate Walsh, and Colin
Ah.
Hanks. This is
No clue.
Fargo.
When I think of Bob Odenkirk, all I can think about
Better
is
Call
Better
Saul.
Call Saul.
Yeah, me too.
Which was also FX, was it not?
Mhm.
He's in How I Met Your Mother.
He's in a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
But to me, he's Saul. Was Fargo 2014?
Yeah, it was Fargo. I thought so. Because Colin Hanks is the.
I felt like Fargo was more recent than 2014.
They have new seasons every.
Well, I knew that. I just thought it started.
Oh, before that?
More recently.
Yeah. That's the only one I've really seen. It's a great show.
Yeah.
Another Hanks.
Oh. I've never seen this, but recently adapted into a TV show. Oh, my mama! This is probably the show my mom was watching, because she just watched a show that was about neighbors learning about a murderous cult. Like, it sounds like this is the show.
Yeah, that's definitely it.
But I don't know the name of it. Oh. It's probably like The Neighborhood.
The Burbs?
The Burbs. That's what it is, exactly.
The Burbs and the Bees.
Living out in the
I
burbs.
knew that was happening.
Living out in the burbs with Chucky Sunshine.
This singer has #1 hits in the UK in 2010s with Smile, The Fear, and Somewhere Only We Know. And is the sister of the actor who played Game of Thrones.
Theon Greyjoy.
Well,
I think Somewhere Only We Know, I know that song.
I know that song, but it's not a girl. It's Keen. It's Keen. No, but I don't think it's Keen because Keen's a man. Because it's
Allen.
This could be the end of everything, so why don't we go
somewhere only we know?
Was that right?
Yeah.
So maybe it's a different song.
Lily Allen was the.
Well, maybe it's a different song with the same title.
Let me see.
What's Rip Hamilton's real name?
Because the one I was thinking of was the one you were.
Richard.
What's his government name?
All right, 13 for 14, not bad.
What song is she singing?
Still doesn't damper what should be a great day.
Nope.
We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8 a.m.